All right, timeout here. 10-10 to go here. First quarter, no score. Warrensburg set up in Wildcat territory down the Wildcat 22-yard line. First and 10. Story in the early going is the quarterback play of Luke Othick, who has burnt the Cats for several big plays, and he's got them down to the 22-yard line. And all it is just good reading by him as the quarterback with that read option.
Yeah, it is. He's got 38 yards on 3 carries, total of 44 yards. So they started on their own 35, and now they're down to the 22-yard line.
And now we got a whistle player coming off the field for Warrensburg here. That looks like Anderson. No, that was, Joyner coming off. Something happened there, and stepping into his place is Fatka. All right, first and 10. Going to go in motion. This time they're going to give it on the end around, and nowhere to go. Great job covering that up. That was Nate Reynolds, and the first one there was Carson Miller, and we call his name a lot. Carson Miller, a beast in the middle of that defense for the Cats. Going to bring up a second down. And running plays besides the read option by our quarterback, or by the quarterback for Warrensburg, have been great defensive for the Cats, but it's been Othick that's been able to get the yardage early. 9:42 to go here. First quarter, no score, brings up a second down and 10. It'll be the far hash mark. So Othick in the shotgun, has Schoon over next to him in the backfield, going to flip-flop side from the left to the right. 2 wide receivers set to your left, 1 to your right. And looking to pass is Othick this time. He's got his man out in the flats, and that's what hurt the Cats last week, is those easy flat runs out in the flats by the running backs, and the quarterbacks just pick them apart. No different there. Hong wide open. Nobody within 5 yards of him, Gary.
Yeah, and at least it's going to be third down, but it's going to be third. He gained 9 there, so.
I know there's reasons for not doing press coverage, but that's one of the reasons I like the press coverage over that big cushion you give, because you give up so much yardage. Why give up a free 7 or 8 yards every time they can throw the ball?
Well, I don't know what speed they've got on the outside, but if they don't have the speed that you can't keep up with, you want to press.
So here we go. Othick looking, maybe even try to draw him off sides here. He's got two backs in front of him here. They're going to go in motion, and they're going to give it. Othick keeps it himself, and he's got a first down. It's going to be first and goal down to the 8-yard line. Methodical drive by Warrensburg here, approaching a 4-minute drive so far, no score. So 8:25 and counting here in the first quarter, no score. Othick again, he's got the 2 backs in front of him in that shotgun formation. Wide receiver all alone out to the left side. On first and goal for the Tigers. They're going to go in motion, and Othick just going to follow those blockers, and he's going to pop himself to the outside, not go anywhere. Good read. That time, Xander Johnson and Carson Miller over there to knock him out of bounds. Going to bring up a second and goal right around the same side. Going to be about an 8-yard line now.
A stop here would make a big statement for Harrisonville's defense. They'll probably, I don't know if they'll chase the 7, or they've got a good field goal kicker, so he would easily be able to make a field goal from here. So.
Oh, absolutely. So 8:02 to go here, first quarter, no score, second and goal for the Tigers. Othick's got Munsterman all alone out to the left side, and he's going to look for Munsterman on the cross, and Munsterman wide open, touchdown. Right in front of the defender Lawful there. It was a great route right there by Munsterman. He cut it off short, cut it across the middle of the field, and Lawful just could not get in front of him. So a quick score for Warrensburg. 4 minutes into the ball game, they lead 6-0. Cats are going to have to look to answer here. Extra point coming your way. Kick is up. Kick is good. And it's 7-0 Warrensburg here with 7:59 to go, first quarter. We're going to keep it right here with you as we were talking. Jerry was telling me if some of you are just joining us or you were trying to get on, there was a little bit of technical difficulty, but Jerry, I think, has got that all straightened out, and we're ready to rock and roll. So somebody texted and said, I think you're late coming on. I was like, no, we were just getting things fixed up and ready to roll. So we got 7:59 to go here, first quarter. Gary's got something to say here.
That was a 10-play, 65-yard drive by Warrensburg, capped off by the 7-yard touchdown pass and catch to Munsterman from Othick. Took up 4 minutes and 1 second.
And, you know, there was a couple of good, you know, stops on that drive, but overall they gashed the Wildcats on about every one of those plays. There was 2 or 3 stops, but overall Othick, I believe, had, what, 5 carries on that for?
5 carries, 44 yards.
So 44 of the 65 yards coming from Othick. So Schoonover's been their bell cow back, and we didn't hear really much of Schoonover that time. So 7:59 to go. Warrensburg set to kick it away here. Loeffel and Nate Reynolds back to return this one. And here's a little squib kick. It's going to be taken by the up man about the 30 to the 32 and quickly taken down by the Tigers. That tackle, special teams tackle by Sartwell. And it is 1st and 10 Cats from their own 34. So they're going to have about the same field position that Warrensburg had. It will be interesting to see, you know, what the Cats do here tonight. I think everybody knows who gets the ball quite a bit by the Cats. And they're going to have a different look here. It's going to be Nate Reynolds as the quarterback, 2 backs flanking him and 2 wide receivers flanked out to the near side. They're going to throw it to Reynolds and nowhere to go. Wrapped up and taken down immediately on that one. That was Zach Munsterman on the tackle. And that's what you got to do. Even if you get Jace out in space, you got to wrap him up and take him down. And that was a textbook tackle by Munsterman right there. 7.5 to go here, first quarter. 7-0. Warrensburg leads, and a 2nd and 13 coming up for the Cats here after they lost 3 yards on that one. Mitchell back in there at quarterback. He's going to roll out. Blitz, not going to get him. They're going to throw near side or far side, dropped. I believe that was Espen Glenn over there. And it's 3rd down and long coming up for the Cats. So 7:11 to go here in the first. The Cats trail 7-0. And right now they're in danger of giving the ball right back to Warrensburg. They haven't even had it a minute yet. So 3rd and long coming up. Near side hash for the Cats. Reynolds in the backfield as the quarterback. 2 guys flanking him, and Nate going to keep it himself. Tries to get to the outside and goes nowhere. Warrensburg does something really good on defense against Harrisonville. They have great gap integrity. They hit the gaps, and they cut off all those running lanes for the Wildcats, and they did it again there, and the Cats are going to have to kick it right back the other way with 6:45 to go here in the first quarter. So not what the Cats wanted to start out like as a 3-and-out. Reynolds going to get the punt off. He gets a good one off. Fair catch at the 30 by the Tigers, and they're going to go right back to work on offense. Gut check time for the Wildcat defense right here, down 7-0 already, and not even quite halfway through the first quarter. You got to get a stop here. And we're going to have that water break timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 6.5 to go, first quarter. Cats trail 7-0. Warrensburg got the ball back.
How nice would it be to get a check from someone and not have your account? At Hawthorne Bank, you can do exactly that. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and voila, the check has been deposited into your account. Not to mention, you can always manage your accounts and payments right in the app as well. Hawthorne Bank prides itself on being at the forefront of technology to always make your banking a breeze. Hawthorne Bank, next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
All right, so Warrensburg going to have the ball back, 6.5 to go here in the first quarter. Warrensburg already up 7-0 after a brilliant opening drive by the Tigers. And now Warrensburg's got the ball right back after a 3-and-out for the Wildcats. I like the Cats. They tried something a little bit different on that opening series, tried to get Jace out in space to start things off. But Warrensburg, so good, Gary, in those gaps to not allow those big open holes for those speedy running backs for the Cats to get to.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure that that's setting up something, hopefully, for the next series we've got.
So Cats need to get a stop here. You don't want to go down 14-0 early on their homecoming. And Othick just weaves through traffic and gets another 8 yards, make it 9, and it's 2nd down and 1. That is going to be close to a first down, not quite. It'll be a 9-yard run by Othick, and Othick is just picking apart the defense of the Wildcats early going, over 50 yards here in the first quarter. Wide receiver 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Othick has Schoonover to his right on 2nd and 1. And this time they're going to hand to Schoonover tried to hand to Schoonover, but it was a miscommunication and it falls to the turf. That would have been a big break for the Wildcats there. But it brings up a 3rd down on their own side of the field for the Tigers. So that could help the Cats out. You got to get a stop here. If you're the Wildcats, you want to get this defense off the field. They've already been on the field most of this first quarter, only about a minute drive for the Cats offense. So 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Tigers. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. Wide receiver flanked out to the left, to the right. They're going to go in a motion, fake the handoff, and Othick going to try to get to the outside. And the Cats said, not this time. Pesic there. And Warrensburg is going to have to punt. It was Pesic. It was also Lawful. Brings up a 4th down. So Warrensburg showing that they're going to go for it here. Maybe they're going to roll down this clock, call a timeout. No, it looks like they're ready to go for it on 4th down. So 4th down and 7. Warrensburg, Coach Kavanaugh rolling the dice early on. And maybe they've seen the tape. Harrisonville's had a pin.
They're going to punt now. I saw that from the sidelines.
So nobody back for the Cats. Going to take a Warrensburg bounce, and it's going to roll inside the 25 to about the 23. But I think what they were looking at, they've probably seen a little bit of film. The Cats have jumped off multiple times the first 3 games when it's been a 3rd and, say, 4 and given up a first down. So Warrensburg kicks it away on the little pooch kick, and it was a good kick down to the 24 to flip the field position with 4:21 to go here first quarter.
But that was a good stop by Harrisonville. That gives them an opportunity.
So 4:21 to go here first quarter, 7-0 the score. And they're going to give the handoff this time to Miller. And Carson Miller just going to bulldoze his way for about 5 and bring up a 2nd down here. So 2nd and 5 coming up. You almost wonder, Gary, this has got a little bit of state championship game 2016 written on it here, using Jace Reynolds, your bell cow, back as a decoy in this one, and maybe trying to do some things different and get some other guys involved. We talked about that. Who else are they going to get involved? Trying to get other guys involved here.
They're heavy on this side. Real heavy on this side.
So Reynolds going to get the handoff, looks for a hole, and he just doesn't have one. Warrensburg again shutting down the holes, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and a couple for the Cats. And when it's not working between the tackles, Gary, that's when you try some misdirection or a reverse or something to spread out that line so that you can get Jace to the outside in some space. So here we go on 3rd and a couple. Mitchell, he's going to hand off to Reynolds, and Reynolds hit at the line, going to get the first down because he kept his legs moving. He gets about 4. But again, in the gap they are, and Reynolds is going to have to work for all the yardage tonight. So 2:57 to go here first quarter. Clock is rolling. Cats trail 7-0. Warrensburg got it right back after a 3 and out by the Wildcats after a quick score and had to end up punting as the Cat defense stiffened up on that second drive. 2:42 to go here in the first. 7-0 is our score. And there's a snap now looking to throw.
Oh, he's wide open.
And he's got him wide open over the middle, down the middle of the field, inside the 40 to the 35. Caught by Josiah Sims. And he has it all the way inside the 35 to the 34. And that was a great ball by Mitchell. We talked about him overthrowing a couple last week, and he's found his touch a little bit there. And with 2:20 to go in the first, it is 7-0.
That play right there will open up the run a little bit, because he wasn't the only one open downfield, but he was the most wide open there was.
So 1st and 10, they're going to go in motion with Reynolds, and they're going to hand off this time to Pesic. Nowhere to go. Wrapped up, taken down immediately. Brings up 2nd down. They're going to lose about 2 on that one. So with 1:45 to go in the first quarter, we'll wait the Cat play from the sideline. 7-0 Warrensburg with that early lead, and the Cats on Warrensburg's side of the field. You got to figure they're in 4-down territory inside the 40, about the 35-yard line. And this time Reynolds looking to throw, and he's got his man, his brother, Jace, 10-5, touchdown, Wildcats. Reynolds to Reynolds, first time they have hooked up on through the air, and they've got the touchdown. You think they've practiced that in the backyard a time or two, Gary?
I would say so.
So the freshman Nate Reynolds to the senior Jace Reynolds for a touchdown. Down the sideline, he just beat his man, and it's 7-6 with 1:17 to go here in this first quarter. And the Cats going to go for 2 here. Waiting for extra person. That looks like Sims coming in there. And they snap it over to Miller, and Miller goes nowhere. Tigers able to wrap him up and take him down, and the Cats still trail 7-6. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
How nice would it be to get a check from someone and not have to worry about getting to the bank to put it in your account? At Hawthorne Bank, you can do exactly that. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and voila, the check has been deposited into your account. Not to mention, you can always manage your accounts and payments right in the app as well. Hawthorne Bank prides itself on being at the forefront of technology to always make your banking a breeze. Hawthorne Bank, next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
All right, 1:17 to go here, first quarter. Cats get the touchdown answer, couldn't get in the end zone there or for the 2-point conversion, and they trail 7-6. Nate Reynolds set to kick it away. And this boot is away. They got it to the 25, 30, to the outside, to the 32, and the Cats are there to wrap them up and take them down. 1:09 to go first quarter.
Number 23, leading the tackle for Harrisonville. First down, 1/3 from their own 33-yard line.
So 1:09 to go here, first quarter. Cats trail 7-6. Warrensburg with the ball for the 3rd time here tonight. Ball at the 33-yard line. Munsterman out to the left side. He's got 2 wide receivers set out there in the backfield. I think he's going to hand a Schoonover. Schoonover finds a hole. He's on his feet midfield, and he is going to the house for the Tigers. Just right through everybody. 67 yards. And the Cats defense still struggling to stop that Warrensburg run game. Makes it a 13-6 ball game. Kick is up, kick is good. 58.8 to go, 14-6. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. 58.8 to go, first quarter. Warrensburg, one play to the house for Schoonover. And, you know, that's what the read option will open up because you start focusing so much on the quarterback. What happens? Schoonover burns you for a big touchdown.
And obviously, he's got speed. We knew that, but he's got some speed. Once he got into space, he was able to split the difference between two defenders, and they didn't have the angle, and he was gone.
Our kick return contest contestant tonight, Phil Rogers. And here's a short kick, going to go out of bounds, and Phil is probably banging on the table saying, hey, I need a kick return. He's not going to get it right there. We are up to $90 for a Sonic kick return contest this week.
And I just got another text. You're hard to hear. So
yeah.
we are working on it. So give us a text back and let us know once you can hear us like you're supposed to.
So 58
and Jerry laughs in the background.
So 58.8 seconds to go here, first quarter. Cats are going to get the ball. They've got it at their own 35. After the kick goes out of bounds, they're going to have to answer back. And, you know, that's been kind of the thing for the Cats. The offense has not they scored 42 points last week in a loss. They scored 38 against Wayne Hills, and they scored 28 against Maryville. So the offense has been solid. And here we go. There's a handoff in the backfield. Nowhere to go for the Cats. 2nd and 10 coming up. Warrensburg is so good at getting the backfield. They did the same thing last year against the Wildcats. They were able to get in the gaps and not allow those big holes that Reynolds could run through.
And thank you, Marcy. Marcy just texted and said she can hear us just fine. So hopefully we've got it corrected.
Right. And if you are listening, you know some other people are trying to get on there, there are 2 different ones on there because the first one we had to reset and redo the second one. They're going to throw it out in the flats to Miller, and Miller gets to the outside, cut down quickly, and they're going to get a hold. I think they're going to hold right here on the near side by Espen Glenn. We'll see. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Wildcats. We'll see. And it is a hold. That was right here in front. Wide receiver Espen Glenn going to get called for that. And we'll see where it's marked from. So it's going to be marked from the 40. This will take them back to the 30 on the spot foul. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 15 for the Cats. Which it was about 2nd and 11 or 12. So not a big loss, but they would have had a first down on that. Turning that over, reset 2nd down here.
But that's our 5th pass. So I like that. It's going to open up the run game for us.
So Mitchell going to hand off. No, he's going to keep it himself. And he's got a lane. He gets to the outside, stiff arm, thrown out of bounds on the near side. After a gain of at least 11 here. And Mitchell has shown he's got a little bit of wheels as well. I like that run right there by the Cats. Espen Glenn checking out. Xander Johnson checks in. Xander Johnson checks out. Espen Glenn checking in. 16.1 to go here in this first quarter of play.
And that makes third down a lot more attainable than being 3rd and 10. So
here we go on 3rd down and about 4.
Well, there's maybe our 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and long now for the Wildcats.
If you recall, last week we had a penalty issue too. I mean, we had almost 100 yards in penalties last week.
Back to the Harrisonville 36-yard line. We'll make it a 3rd and 9 now for the Cats. From their own 36-yard.
So 3rd down and about 9 for the Cats, just inside the sticks there. So 3rd and 9 coming up, 16.1 to go. And you can't make mistakes like that against Warrensburg.
A good team, you can't do that. And 15 yards of penalties on this drive alone.
So there they go, and looking to throw is Mitchell. He's going to chuck it downfield. Jump ball, incomplete, falls to the turf. And that was intended for Jace Reynolds. 4th down, Cats are going to have to punt here.
For number 22, Nate Reynolds. Outstanding coverage on the play and broken up by number 3, Devin Wyatt for your Tigers. We'll bring up a 4th down now for Harrisonville.
So Cats are going to have to punt it away, and this will probably be the last play of the first quarter here. And it looks like Reynolds is going to run with it, and he's got close to the 1st down. Is he going to make it?
Depends on where he went out of bounds at.
See where they mark it on the far
I don't see the stripes
side.
on the other side where he's at yet. It looks like it's right at the stick. I have no idea. Can't see through it. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the, so if it's on the line, it'll be a 1st down.
So it will be enough for a 1st down. He needed 9.5, and he got 9 3/4 to move the sticks. Very gutsy play by the Cats right there, deep in their own territory. But when you have your punter as your best weapon, it's kind of nice to let him get a head of steam going.
Yeah, and we wondered when that may come to play, and it was this is the 3rd game, so it finally came to play. 4th, I'm sorry, excuse me.
So 1st and 10, ball at their own 45. This time they're going to hand off. Right up the middle they go, and that will end the first quarter. Still on his feet. I think that was Pesic there. And he gets up to close to midfield, gets a good 4, and he is like a moving bowling ball. So that'll end the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. Cats trail 14-6. Get a big 4th down conversion and keep the ball moving. We'll be back after this.
Sure, you could drive to the city and save a few dollars on tires, but why? Young's Tire and Wheel Center in Harrisonville is family owned and operated, and their clients are like family. That, coupled with free flat tire repair on new tires for the life of the tire, means you'd be crazy to drive all over the place to save $1. Trust Young's. That's who Fortis trusts to get them safely to all Wildcat games, home or away. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Well, my wife's listening to us tonight.
Well, there we go. So 12 minutes on the clock. We go to the second quarter. Harrisonville trails 14-6.
Well, honey, drive safe home. You're coming from St. Louis, so drive safe, please.
So it'll be a 2nd down as we flip-flop sides. The Cats going to drive to the south, and Warrensburg are going to go to the north. So 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Cats. Ball at their own 49-yard line. Nate Reynolds back in the backfield at quarterback. And this time Jace back there with him, gets a block, stays on his feet, gets close to the 1st down. Going to be about 1.5 yards short. See where they mark it. Going to bring it 3rd down for the Cats into Warrensburg territory here. And it'll be about a 2-yard away from a 1st down, so 3rd down and 2 coming up. So we had a couple of issues. Like we said, we switched the link, so if you're having somebody having trouble finding us, tell them to go to YouTube and find 4Ts, or go to 4Ts.com, and you can get it that way. Now, Reynolds breaks a tackle into the secondary. He's got a first down and then is chucked backwards, but not before. He gets the needed yards plus a couple. He gets 5. And it's going to bring up a first down for the Cats down to the 43-yard line of Warrensburg. And you can get it that way. Now, Reynolds go here first breaks a tackle into the secondary. He's got a first down and then is chucked backwards, but not before. He gets the needed yards back into the ball game. So now it's going to be Miller and Pesic in the backfield with Nate Reynolds. And Jace is flanked out to the near side here, looking for a little throw. They're going to go deep to Xander. Xander through the fingertips. He had a beat on it, and it goes off the fingertips and drops down, and it's going to bring up second down and 10.
But again, I like that because it's going to open up. It's going to open up, and we've seen it after the first drive how compact they were, and now it is spread out a little bit because they have to honor that. Hey, we completed a touchdown pass, so why not?
Jerry was being nice, trying to get me a chair. I got to kind of kneel down, stand up, kneel down to look through this window here. And now Reynolds going to keep it himself. That's Nate, and he's off to the outside. Lays some wood to that first defender, but able to hang on and take him down. Brings up third down and about 7. Ball to the 40 of Warrensburg, and you got to figure it's 4-down territory. They're going to see what they can get on second down. However, I love that it keeps them honest, but the bad side of that is if you have an incompletion on 1st and 10, it puts you in 2nd and long. Now you're at 3rd and 7, but you can burn those when you know you're going for 4-down territory. Sure. So 10-15 to go here, first half, 14-6 the score. Shotgun formation. Mitchell back in there. Mitchell looking to throws it out in the flats for Miller. Miller tries to get to the outside, cuts down the sideline to the 30, out of bounds to the 25-yard line. I think they were wanting a flag here on the near side, but nothing called. Got a replay coming up here on the near side. They wanted a flag out here. Cuts down the sideline to the 30. Nothing there. Out of bounds to the 25. And with 9:58 to go, Cats have it in business down to about the 23. On the near side, but nothing called. All right, back at it here. Mitchell in the backfield with Pesic. He's looking to throw. He throws it out to Glenn. Glenn's got it. He's on his feet down inside the 15 and finally taken down at about the 10. And going to bring up a second down and short.
Kevin Wynn, number 11 on the stop for the Tigers. Completion is going to the Tigers. 14-yard line. They're 2nd and 1 now. 2nd and 1 for Harrisonville from the Warrensburg 14.
So here we go. And we got a timeout on 2nd and 1 with 9:20 to go in the first half, and that is the Cats. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats trail 14-6, but knocking on the door.
Guess what? We're hiring at Culver's. That means if you're up for welcoming families with coworkers who feel like family, and you have a thing for fresh frozen custard, and for growing your career in a place you can be proud of, with a schedule that makes you smile, like, say, cheese curds smile, you're our kind of people. So join the Culver's team. Learn how you can build so much more than butter burgers. Apply at culvers.jobs.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
All right, welcome back. 9:20 to go here. First half, 14-6 the score. Second down and about a yard. Ball down to the 14-yard line for the Wildcats coming out of the timeout. So the Cats are mixing it up a lot here, Gary, and I like that.
11 plays already in this drive alone, and they started on their own 35.
So it'll be Pesic and Mitchell in the backfield. 2 wide receivers started, 3 out to your right side, 1 to your left on 2nd and 1. They're going to hand to Pesic. He's got a first down, stays on his feet, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats, and it's 14-12. Josh Pesic, we said he's like a bowling ball going through the middle, and he just broke about 4 tackles on his way to pay dirt, and it's 14-12 Cats with 9:14 to go here in the first half of play. Cats a chance to make it a tie ball game now.
I think it was 4 tackles within the first 5 yards, and then the arm tackles aren't going to bring him down.
So they go in that swinging gate formation. Mitchell and Reynolds back there. They're going to go in motion. They're going to hand to Miller. Miller tries to get to the corner. He's bulldozes.
He's in.
And the 2-point conversion is good. That touchdown brought to you by our friends at Show Me Auto Mall. For the keys to your new car, truck, or SUV, go see Show Me Auto Mall across from Walmart. We'll be back. 9:14 go first half. We're tied with 14.
For a limited time, you pay what we pay going on at Max Motors dealerships. Shop 24 hours a day. Exclusive at Max Motors, you pay what we pay and not a penny more on any new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC in stock. All invoices clearly displayed with the highest trade-in values in the Midwest.
Take your car shopping to the max.
Max Motors is your Kansas City dealer. MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
All right, welcome back. Jerry can hear me, so I'll let him know. I was told that there's still audio on instant replay the last time through. Jerry's going to get that taken care of as well. This is why we got so many people watching. They know what's going on. They can message us, so I love that. So the Cats going to kick off. 9:14 to go here first half, and they've tied it up. And there's a short kick. Bounces at about the 30 and taken on the near side, and down the sideline goes Morris, and he's going to get close to midfield and bring up a 1st and 10 for Warrensburg just outside of Wildcat territory. All right, welcome back here. 9:06, 9:08. There's a pole over there in the way. I'm looking 9:08 to go here in the first half. Warrensburg's got the ball. It'll be Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Near side is Munsterman on 1st and 10 for Warrensburg, and Othick looking to pass. He's going to be chased from the pocket. He goes to the sideline, tries to cut back, and gets a couple of yards to about midfield. Nate Reynolds chasing, along with Messer and number 50, Jackson Nicholas. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Wildcats defense is tightened up a little bit here. You had that big play by Schoonover. You just hope they close those gaps up a little bit. Munsterman near side, 2 wide receivers to the far. They're going to hand off. No, it'll be a keeper by Othick, and the Cats read at that time. Almost think Messer might be the spy on Othick right there, because he's been in on both of those with Othick scrambling around. So they might have put eyes on Othick to keep him honest. Brings up a 3rd down and 5 with 8:40 to go here in the opening half. 14-14 is our score. Big 3rd down coming up. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. Othick, the quarterback, Schoonover. Big 67-yard touchdown run on the last possession for Warrensburg. 3rd and 5 coming up. And this time they're going to hand to Schoonover. He's going to try to get to the outside. Still getting out there.
It'll be a hold.
It'll be a hold. Now here's decision time if you're the Wildcats. Do you think Warrensburg's going to go for it on their Wildcat side of the field, or do you go ahead? I would go ahead and push him back to 10 yards and take your chances on 3rd and long. You saw it on the outside. I think we all saw that one develop and saw the hold on the outside as he was trying to get to the outside. And that happens a lot of time when you got speed that goes to the outside on running backs. We've seen it with the Cats a couple times this year with Jace. Jace just trying to run to the corner, and that wide receiver on the near side will hold.
And they are going to take the penalty, which is, I think, the right decision to make here.
Absolutely. So they're going to mark this one off. It was right about the line of scrimmage, so it's going to push them back. It'll push them back into their own territory at their own 44-yard line. So 3rd down and 14 coming up. 8:07 to go. Clock rolling in the first half. Munsterman flanked way out near side. He's hollering at somebody knows that the play wasn't right. They needed another wide receiver, and they're going to have to call a timeout with 7:59 to go in the half. So 3rd and long coming up when we come back. 14-14 your score.
For a limited time, you pay what we pay going on at Max Motors dealerships. Shop 24 hours a day. Exclusive at Max Motors, you pay what we pay and not a penny more on any new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC in stock. All invoices clearly displayed with the highest trade-in values in the Midwest.
Take your car shopping to the max.
Max Motors is your Kansas City dealer. MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
We're talking about the heat in here. There's no air in this spot of the press box. Kind of hard. You got all the different rooms, so you'd have to put AC in every single one of them, and it's a little warm in here tonight. And, Gary, you got a couple of numbers for me here.
I'm going to recap the Harrisonville's touchdown drive. 12 plays, 65 yards, took 3 minutes and 45 seconds, capped off by the 16-yard touchdown run by Pesic. The 2-point by Miller was good to tie it up at 14-14 with 9:14 left at that point in time in the second quarter.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Tigers. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the right side. Shotgun formation for Arthur. He has Schoonover back there, and they're going to hand to Schoonover. Schoonover tries to get to the outside, still trying to go.
Another hold.
It looks like they're going to call another hold, and at this point when you get them, you might as well keep pushing them back. And it was a good block to start on Messer there, but I think they just tugged a little bit of jersey for the official to see and going to push him back a little bit more.
Yeah, I would. My choice would decline this because now they were going to punt. The reason we didn't last time because we didn't know whether or not. I think they will punt out this one, but who knows what they're going to do? They're declining it.
So they will decline it, which will bring up 4th down. And if they would have accepted it, we would have had 4th and about Leeton coming up for Warrensburg. So 7:47 to go here, first half. Now they show that look like they're not going to, and of course, the last time they did punt, they kind of back their quarterback up and just booted away. 2 wide receivers, far side, 1 near side, 7:40 to go. Now they do back up to punt it away and dropped, and now Othnick is going to be on his feet and try to get to the outside, nowhere to go. Cats are going to hold, and they're going to have good field position on it. Ball at the 44 of Warrensburg. Look back at the replay coming up here, and it looked like I couldn't see if he just bobbled it, whatever happened there, and he just decided to take off as the Cats were going up the middle there. And that's what you worry about with those little pooch kicks. You only have 6 or 7 yards. You don't have that 10 to 15 yards to get a punt off, and right there it cost Warrensburg, and it gives the Cats great field position at the 44 of Warrensburg with 7.5 to go. We'll be right back.
Atkinson Funeral Home is always proud to sponsor Harrisonville athletics. Closing in on a century in business, the Atkinsons are proud to be part of the Harrisonville community and enjoy cheering for the Wildcats.
All right, welcome back here inside of the new stadium on the campus of Warrensburg High School. Their first year with football at their high school. They've played at either UCM or before that it was at the middle school. This is the 3rd place I've broadcast a Harrisonville game from Warrensburg, and this facility is beautiful. They've done a great job. Give Superintendent Andy Cole a lot of credit getting this ball rolling on all of this here, as they've done a great job with this complex.
Yeah, Harrisonville needs to score here because more than likely Warrensburg is going to get the ball back, and we would have to make a stop. We want to get a score here, so that puts pressure on them because we get the ball second half. So it would be a perfect opportunity to score 2-1 or 2-0. So perfect opportunity. We're on their side of the field. Take a drive, take some time off the clock, and get a touchdown.
Reynolds in the backfield, 7.5 to go, first half. And now Nate going to keep it himself. He's got a lane, spins out of a tackle, first down and more, down to the 31-yard line, 13-yard run. And that's at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center, first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. And the Cats in business down to the 32 of the Tigers with 7:20 to go here in the first half of play.
You know, we're not seeing a whole lot of Jace. But I mean, I like that. I think he's going to be fresh in the second half too.
So here we go. And this time, as he says that, they're going to hand to Reynolds. And Reynolds tries to get the outside, breaks the tackle from Munsterman, and gets a couple of more inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. So that's why Jason's so good sometimes. He gets that initial contact, but he's able to break those tackles. And you saw it right there. He broke that tackle after a gain of about 1 or 2 and ends up making a 7-yard gain out of it.
Yeah, and I thought I saw some daylight. If he would have broke that one, he was gone because it just looked like it just one more and he was going to be able to take it to the house.
So second down and about 4 coming up. Reynolds in the backfield, and this one goes through the wickets of Nate, and Nate going to try to make something out of it and not going to be able to do it, and it pushes it back to the 35. That was an issue last week, Gary. There was some bad snaps in the second half that cost Cats one possession in particular, 2 in a row. They had fourth down and peculiar coming at them, and they were not able to do anything about it. So this brings up third down at about 13. Ball at the 35. You got to figure it's still 4 down territory. So if you're the Cats here, you try to get about half of it here on third and get the rest on fourth, with it being at the 35 of the Tigers. 5:50 to go in the first half, 14-14 the score. Wide receiver flanked out. Far side, 3 wide receivers to the near side. They're going to go in motion with Reynolds. He comes back in the backfield and look to throw to him. No, they go to the other side, and that is Nate, I believe, and Nate's only going to get a couple. They wrap him up and take him down on the far sideline, and it's going to bring up fourth down for the Cats, fourth and about 11. So you would have liked to get about half of that back, but you know you're probably going for it on fourth down, and the Cats are with 5:20 to go here in the half. Well, looks like Jace is back there to punt. So
maybe they're playing field position, or who knows, with him back there, what they will do.
Somebody said, go back, go back, go back. And then they're like, no, we're not going back. And Jace looking for some running room.
Backside, he's open.
He's got it to the 20, inside 15-10, to the house. Jace Reynolds for a Wildcat touchdown. Hey, why not give him a 15-yard head start? Cats do it right there, and that is a 34-yard touchdown run by the senior Jason Reynolds. And the Cats lead 20-14, 2-point conversion coming up. That was a Show Me Auto Mall touchdown. For the keys to your new car, truck, or SUV, go see our friends at Show Me Auto Mall across from Walmart. 4:50 to go here in a half, 20-14 this score. See what the Cats have up the sleeve on this 2-point conversion here. And we got a whistle and timeout called by the Cats. They're going to use their third and final timeout of the half. We'll take a timeout as well. 4:50 to go in the half. Cats up by 6. 2-point conversion coming up.
Where's the best place to be this fall? Upcycled Orchard. Come see us for one of our delicious, fresh panini sandwiches on our homemade artisan bread, a cider slushie, homemade pie, and so much more. You pick apples, you pick pumpkins, mums are all right around the corner. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Upcycled Orchard to stay posted. Our fall hours are Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 4. We'll see you soon.
All right, scores from around the MRVC West. Odessa leads Oak Grove 15-7 in the second quarter of that one. Harrisonville and Warrensburg, of course, tied at 14 apiece at this one, and Center up 14-13 on Baser Linwood. And 4:50 to go, 20-14 the score. 4:50 to go here first half. Cats going to go for 2 here, and they just line up in that jumbo formation in the backfield on this extra point attempt, and they're going to get it. And Nate Reynolds is going to barrel forward for 2, and the Cats lead 22-14, 4:50 to go in the half. We will take a timeout. Cats with the lead. When you're searching for insurance, it's good to be able to call an agent in your town that can protect you. So if you're looking for auto, life, renters, boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy to be covered, call CPSK Insurance, an auto owner's affiliate. Call and talk to one of the local agents, Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra, located right off I-49 and 291 in Harrisonville at the Millwalk Mall. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. If your business needs covered, they can help you out there as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at cpskinsurance.com. Let the local agents go to work for you. Of course, Tucker Forsler pointed out when I said 14-14 here, it was actually 20-14. I was rolling through the Preps KC scoreboard, giving you all the updates from the MRVC West. Remember to join us at halftime. We'll have an extra long halftime with it being homecoming, and we'll have a couple special guests on. Tanner Anstein, Eli Haynes of Chilhowie Basketball. We'll talk to them about the season coming up. But first, we got 4:50 to go in the half.
5-play, 44-yard drive by the Cats. It took 3 minutes off the clock.
Pop it right down the middle. Schoonover going to pick it up. He's going to try to get to the outside.
Ooh,
and
hit by his
good
own
hit.
man.
And also, then Espen Glenn was there to wrap him up and take him down. And Warrensburg going to have it with 4:45 to go here in the half. Now, if you're the Cats, you're looking at, hey, 3 and out. Problem is they don't have any timeouts. But 3 and out, you get decent field position, you score. But again, before the half, you go up 2 scores and you get the ball at the half. What your main goal right here is just do not let Warrensburg score. But you do know you get the ball at the half, so you've kind of flip-flopped the game. 4:45 to go. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. Schoonover to the right of Othick. 2 wide receivers to the right. Near side is Munsterman. On 1st and 10 from their own 32. And Othick looking to pass. Cats flushing him out of the pocket. He's going to chuck it downfield. And tipped and almost intercepted. That was Jace Reynolds on the coverage to tip it up. And it brings up 2nd down and 10 for Warrensburg and stops the clock with 4:38 to go. Problem right there for Warrensburg. You stop the clock for the Cats when they don't have any timeouts left. This would have been one of those grinded out drives if I was Warrensburg. So 4:38 to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Othick with Schoonover in the backfield. Stay with the 1 wide receiver near side, 2 to the right. And this time they're going to hand off up the middle, and a good hit. Carson Miller let him get about 2, and that was it. Wraps him up and takes him down. As to the ground goes Schoonover, and 3rd down and 8 coming up for Warrensburg with 4:22 to go in the first half.
You know, other than the first drive and other than the 1-play touchdown that they had, the other 2 plays, the 2nd drive and the 4th drive, were 3 and out. One punted, and then the other one was a muff punt, which we got the ball in Warrensburg territory.
So now they're going to go 3 wide receivers set out to the far side. Othick rolling out, has his man caught far sideline. That was Landon Johnson on the reception. And that is enough to move the sticks up to the 48-yard line. 3:58 to go here in the half. So Warrensburg gets the first down on 3rd and long. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. This time Othick going to keep it himself and goes right up the middle. Cats wrap him up after about a 6-7 yard gain. Messer there, along with Miller and others for the Cats. And that will keep the clock rolling with 3:42 to go in the half. And a 2nd down and 2 into Wildcat territory down to the Wildcat 44-yard line. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Now they're going to flip-flop it and go off the end. So 1 wide receiver to the right side, 2 out here to the left. Shotgun formation. Othick has Schoonover with him in the backfield. 3:18 to go. And this time they're going to hand to Schoonover. And he's going to try to back his way to a first down. And he's not going to get anywhere. He gets about a half yard. Going to bring up 3rd down and short with 3:08 to go in the half.
Looks like they're bringing in a
jumbo
big
package.
Jumbo package. Probably some of it's going to be in the backfield. Probably somebody's going to have to report eligible.
So brings up 3rd down and short with 2:50 to go here in the half. Warrensburg trying to tie it up before the half. Cats get the ball at the half. And we got a whistle.
We don't have any timeouts left. I was going to say, and that's going to be a penalty. That's going to give my first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We're out of timeouts. And I'm surprised they're not calling a penalty there because they can. At least I thought they could.
Well, I believe the official's not supposed to allow it, but I don't. There's different ways to go with it here.
I think, yeah,
And
I was
there
going
you
to say,
go.
if you call a timeout from the sideline, you don't have any left, it's a penalty.
Well, now it goes back to who called the timeout. Did the coaches on the sideline call the timeout? If we knew we didn't have any timeouts up here in the booth, who didn't realize they had no timeouts left? Just a 5-yard variety, ball down to the 38-yard line.
But it's a first down.
Absolutely, with 2:43 to go, moves the sticks and gives fresh downs to Warrensburg. They're going to stick with that kind of jumbo package of the two backs in front of Othick. Munsterman all alone out to the near side. And they're going to look to pass. They're going to look, and he cuts his man, goes for it. And Zach wanted to get that flag, but they don't call it there. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10, stop the clock. That was Cameron Lawful on the coverage with 2.5 to go in the first half. And you know what I think a little bit? I think they maybe were just letting them hand fight a little bit, both going that way. And it brings up 2nd and 10. So 2.5 to go here in the first half.
And the back judge may not have seen that because we had our vantage point over here. He was blocked by Munsterman, so he probably couldn't see anything.
So shotgun formation here. They're going to hand off, and it'll be Schoonover. He tries to get to the outside. When he gets in open space, we've seen how fast he was. It's about a 5-yard gain with 2:20 to go here in the half. Moves down to the 33-yard line with 2:12 to go in the half. So 3rd down and 5. Schoonover and Othick in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set to this near side, left side. Driving from the south and the north are the Tigers. Those maroon tops, maroon helmets. Cats in the white tops with blue helmets on 3rd and 5. And this time it'll be Othick. He finds the seam. First down down to about the 27-yard line with 1:44 to go here in the first half. Clock will stop as they set the chains. So 22-14 our score. 27-yard line, 1:30 to go and counting. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set to the near side on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to hand to Schoonover. He cuts it back. He's got some daylight down inside the 20, about the 20-yard line with 1:12 to go. And Warrensburg's just playing this perfectly right now if they can get in the end zone. Down to about 1:05, not wanting to give Harrisonville any time left, and Warrensburg still got two timeouts to work with. So 2nd down and 2 coming up. It is making the fans in front of us a little bit nervous, though, as they're saying, come on, we got to get this off. But I think Warrensburg knows exactly what they're wanting to do right here. Othick has got it, getting ready to snap it. And this one goes way over the head, and Othick's just going to have to dive on it at the 39, not what they wanted to do. And now they're going to have to burn one of those 2 timeouts. Back at the 38-yard line, it'll bring up 3rd down and 21 coming up after the timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 22-14 the score.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling, LLC, not only provides quality services, but also offers products from Carrier. We always go that extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at their optimal levels. Our business is fully licensed, bonded, and insured for your safety, and our products come with warranties for your peace of mind. Service checkups by our trained technicians can help you keep your repair costs under control and ensure total comfort in your home. Call us today at 816-862-6610.
All right, welcome back. 38.2 to go. Just got a text from my athletic director, Randy Buss, listening in and watching. Wants to see what Tanner and Eli have to say at halftime. We'll have them on here in a little bit, but that was what the doctor ordered.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Cats. Obviously, for the Tigers, that was not. I mean, they were driving, had everything going for them in regards to the clock, the field position, and everything, and then you make a mistake. Kind of some things that we've seen in the past from the Cats, the last game and one drive this game. So
now, what you got to do if you're the Cats, you got to watch Zach Munsterman off of that far side because he is a very good route runner, and he was able to get free earlier on a couple of routes. So 3rd down and long going, and Othick looking to pass, and he's going to chuck one deep for Munsterman. He's got it on the far side. No, incomplete. Great defense right there by Xander Johnson to bust it free.
It's kind of like getting your hand in there in between the body and the ball and was able to bring it out. Munsterman came down with it, but he just couldn't control it hitting the ground.
So 4th down coming up, and they just took a jump ball down there for Zach Munsterman. He would have had it, but Xander Johnson able to get his hand in there and knock it away, and brings up 4th down and long. Now, as you see the Wildcat offense, here's where you get dangerous when you have a speeding running back like Schoonover here. If you get him in space, kind of like they've done with Reynolds on those punts, you could have something here. So we'll see what they do on 4th down and long. 31.4 to go here in the half. And Othick again, good route again. And they throw it up this time, knocked down.
Good play, not to intercept it because you want to intercept that ball, but that way you get the ball back up here where it's 4th down.
So brings up a 1st down for the Cats from their own 38-yard line and 25 seconds to go here in the half. And this is if you're the Cats, you just try to run one, and if it breaks, it breaks. If not, you're good with going into the half up 8 with the ball after the half, Gary.
Yes, you don't want to do anything fancy here because that sometimes comes back to haunt you. And you've got the lead, you get the ball coming out of the half. So I would play it safe.
So we wait the Cat offense onto the field, and here they come with 25.1 to go here in the first half. 22-14 our score. Cats lead this one, and they'll get the last snaps of this first half of play. It'll be Nate Reynolds and Jace Reynolds in the backfield. The freshman going to be the signal caller. Jace the running back on 1st and 10. And I think Harrisonville recovered it, but that is why you don't go too fancy, Gary, because that about cost the Wildcats because Warrensburg could easily kick the field goal from this location.
Or really close to it.
So 5 seconds to go, and that's going to run the clock out in the first half. So we'll take a timeout. We're going to have probably a long halftime with it being homecoming. We'll come back with some stats from Gary Davidson, and then we will have a couple of special guests on after that. We'll talk some high school basketball at the half. We'll be back after this.
There are a million places to buy a used car. So why not go somewhere you know lives by the Show Me State motto? The staff at Show Me wants to show you that Show Me spirit. Excellent service, affordable prices, and even loaners while you get your car serviced. They will put you in your dream car, truck, or SUV, and if they don't have it, they'll find it for you. So drive on over to Show Me Auto Mall and drive away with your next car.
Stop going online and paying top dollar to make a t-shirt. Call Cindy at C Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. She will walk you through the whole process and have you or your organization looking the best. It's no mistake that Fortis Broadcasting is always the best trust crew around. We trust Cindy with all of our apparel on game day. Put a personal C Squared touch on your next order. Whether it's just 1 or 100, C Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing can get it done. Check them out on Facebook or go see them on the Clinton Square.
Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team. Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance were both Wildcats on the field. Now they are competitors off the field. They know that you have many choices for insurance, so they're teaming up to offer free auto, home, and life insurance quotes. Call Lacey at 816-380-2700 or Cam at 816-380-3996 and get started on your new insurance quote today.
We all have a checklist when it comes to getting car care. No matter what is on your list, convenience, knowledge, affordability, friendliness, Colby's Car Clinic has you covered. Convenience is being right here in Harrisonville and taking care of all car care problems. From an oil change to tires and everything in between, it's your only stop. Knowledge is covered with having an ASE certified master technician. Affordability means they will work with you to not break your budget. And friendliness greets you each time you walk in the door as they treat you like an old friend. Go see Colby and the gang right behind O'Reilly's in the Big Blue Building.
Looking for an amazing date night or a night out with friends? Get your reservations in at the Cider House for our next farm-to-table dinner. This is a locally sourced 5-course dinner prepared by a professional chef, local musician, wine pairings by Aubrey Vineyards, all in a beautiful farm setting. Our next dinner is coming up on September 18th. We do sell out, so don't wait to book. We also have event space rental for special events with our own catering options. We even have Airbnb accommodations and cooking classes coming soon. Check us out at www.theciderhouseevents.com, located just 8 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway South.
Something that good teams always possess is the fact they got each other's back. Schroeder Chiropractor in Harrisonville has your back. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, you will feel right at home. And they have a warm, family-friendly waiting area. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in the bright futures and Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
All right, welcome back. It is 22-14. Wildcats lead at the half over the Warrensburg Tigers. You know, start of the game, Gary, did not look real promising for the Cats. They gave up a long touchdown drive. Luke Othick looked great in that first series, and then the Cats go 3 and out, give it right back to Warrensburg. You're like, oh no, is it going to be a 14-0 game? Cats are able to get that defensive stop, get on the board, and then kind of flip-flop the game there in the second quarter.
Yeah, the last 3 times, other than the end of the half, last 3 times the Cats had the ball, they got a touchdown. However, keep in mind, 2 of those touchdowns came after a 4th down and a possible punt. Both Jace Reynolds was able to get out, one get a first down, then the other one get a touchdown. And so Warrensburg is doing what they need to do, but occasionally they have a break, and when they do, we've been able to capitalize off that. If not, we would have been punting, they would have gotten the ball. It could have booden a different story. We're going to run down a few stats real quick. For the Warrensburg Tigers, leading the way is rushing is Schoonover with 90. Othick has been running the ball well. He only had 67 before he lost 18 on that, if you want to call it a sack or whatever. But I count that part of it. So he's got 49 yards, 13 carries. Schoonover had 8 carries for 90 yards. They've only thrown the ball 6 times. Munsterman's had 1 reception for 7 yards. Johnson had 1 reception for 13 yards. And Hong had 1 reception for 9 yards. They had the ball for 12 minutes, so it's been an even game as far as time of possession. Each team had it for 12 minutes. They had a total yards from scrimmage of 168 yards. Scores both in the first quarter of a 7-yard touchdown reception by Munsterman. Extra point was good. And then with 58 seconds left in the 67-yard touchdown reception touchdown run by Schoonover to make it at the time 14-6 Harrisonville. For the Harrisonville Wildcats, Jace Reynolds has 8 carries for 61 yards. Nate Reynolds has 4 carries for 9 yards. Pesic has 4 carries for 16 yards. One of those was that big touchdown, 14-yard scamper where, he's difficult to bring down. And so 14 of the 16 yards came off of that carry, 17 yards. In receptions, Miller's got 2 receptions for 22 yards. Jace Reynolds has 2 receptions for 33 yards. Glenn has 1 for 9. And
Sims has 1.
Sims has 1 for 28 yards, and then Nate has 1 for 2. Our scoring, went first quarter, 1:17 left, 33-yard touchdown reception by Jace Reynolds. Second, 9:14 left, 16-yard touchdown run by Pesic. And then in the second, with 4:50 left, 34-yard touchdown run by Jace Reynolds to make it 22-14, which we are at the half.
And that was a touchdown on a fourth down, and they looked to punt, spread it out, and Jace was able to find a seam and get to the end zone. So the Cats, I think if you would ask Coach Kavanaugh of Warrensburg, hey, you held Jace Reynolds and Nate Reynolds to not even 80 yards total between the two of them at the half, you would probably think you were probably leading this football game. But give the Cats credit. They've mixed it up a little bit tonight on the offensive side. They've passed the ball, and they've kept that Warrensburg defense honest, and it's led to a 22-14 halftime lead.
They've already passed. Now, I wasn't here at the second game, so of the first and the third game, they've already passed 10 times, which is more than the first and third game combined. And I think that's what's put Warrensburg on their heels. However, don't forget, Warrensburg is going to be able to go in at halftime, and they're going to make adjustments just like the Cats do, and we're going to see what kind of adjustments they're able to make coming out. However, Jace Reynolds is going to be fresh in the second half. We always know he's a third and a fourth quarter running back, and so they're going to have to remain trying to stop him, only getting 61 yards. However, 34 of those 61 yards came on that touchdown run, and it was from a punt position. So I think both teams have played to a certain part of their strengths, but they've made some mistakes as well, and it's going to be interesting how the second half goes.
We knew it was going to be a good one. You got the number 6 team in Class 4, you got the number 9 team in Class 4, you got two bitter rivals. It was going to be a slugfest. It's been a slugfest. It's 22-14 at the half.
And Harrisonville gets the ball in the second half, which is another plus.
That will be big for the Cats. So we're going to take another timeout. When we come back, I will have Eli Haynes and Tanner Anstein with me, two of my seniors on the Chilhowie basketball team. And people are probably like, why are we talking Chilhowie basketball? Well, you know what? I have been broadcasting for 17 years, and I've got a good platform to talk about my team, and I'm going to do it. So we're going to do that when we get back. We will be back right after this.
How many times at 10 o'clock on Friday have you got that urge for a late-night snack and nothing in Harrisonville is open? No longer a problem because Domino's is open till 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday nights. Domino's offers carry-out, delivery, and even contactless delivery. With pizza, sandwiches, wings, breadsticks, and more, make Domino's your Harrisonville pizza place. Call now to order at 816-793-6333 or visit them online or on the app.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside our press box here at Warrensburg High School. I'm joined by Tanner Anstein here in the middle, Eli Haynes over here, two of my seniors on the basketball team. We're going to have a couple of more, but they couldn't come tonight. Nevertheless, I got these two. Tanner is a 4-year starter for Chilhowie, actually a 1,000-point scorer. And I think he might have his sights set on a couple of other records, maybe 1,500, maybe 2,000 this year. And then we got Eli Haynes here. He's my bruiser inside. He's going to go inside, and he's going to make sure the other team works for all of its points inside. Guys, tell me a little bit about yourselves. First of all, Tanner, just tell me, how long have you been playing basketball with this group of seniors?
Probably,
Hold on here. There we go.
Probably, 7, 8 years.
So what's it like to be able to be with this group as seniors? Eli, you've been playing together for so long. What's it mean to you to be able to play with these guys one last time this year?
Well, it means quite a bit to us. We've been a family for all this time, and just to end it out senior year with everybody.
Well, Tanner, tell me a little bit about what you guys have been working on in the off season to get ready for the season.
We went to Branson, played several games down there, showed the new coach, Coach Grammer, what we could be, and right now we have 3 days a week, morning practices, and trying to get better in there too.
Well, and I'll tell you, I threw them right into the fire. My first day on the job was June 1st, and I said, hey, guys, be in the gym. They come in the gym. They get there. We have 2 practices. We don't install any offense, any defense, and we go to Archie, go to a shootout. We went 1-2 without any preparation. Got a buzzer beater there against Drexel, and I knew I had the right group, though, because those kids fought hard the entire time. However, second half of that third game, I think you might have been a little tired, Tanner.
Yeah.
So let me talk a little bit more about the season coming up. You guys have been together, like we said, for several years. What are some of the goals you guys have personally coming up? Eli, I'll start with you for this season.
I don't know, just play some ball and get some rebounds and put backs and things like that.
Well, let me ask Tanner, what happens when you guys are late to practice? And I'm saying this because I'm giving him a hard time, because Wednesday morning, I got there about 5:45. We had a 6 to 7 practice. 6 o'clock rolled around, and there wasn't nobody in the gym but me. About 6:05, my first player showed up. By about 6:25, the rest of them had showed up. Is it good to be late to practice?
No.
It is not good to be late to practice. But I'll tell you guys, I'm looking forward to the season. You know, you guys I know are looking forward to the season. I've been able to see what they can do in the offseason. I've had my top 7 guys in the gym in this offseason, and it's been really good for me. So we're excited about the season coming up. And Coach Buss, I know, is listening. The girls program is on the upswing as well, and he's got a solid team this year. And I don't know if many people know, and Coach Buss might delete this off of YouTube, but he's got a fabulous freshman class coming in to join a lot of those upperclassmen, and they're going to have a really good squad this year. So we're looking to travel the Golden Valley Vernon County Conference, as we're new members of that this year, and lay the smack down a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, well, I want to thank these two for coming. I know they were super nervous, but these two have been awesome. They've been to all the off-season workouts that we've had this year, and they've kind of been the foundation to get the other kids involved. We've got some freshmen that are going to get some significant time. We've got a lot of good kids that are going to get some time this year, and we look forward to some basketball. So now the next step is getting 4Ts over there for a couple of games. I don't know if I can get those guys to wear red or not, but they're going to have to come over and wear some red this fall or this winter over at Chilhowie Gym. Gary was able to see it this afternoon, and we're already trying to decide how we can set that up, but we're looking forward to it. Guys, appreciate you joining me. Hey, if you don't know this, they talk quite frequently, so this is as quiet as they've ever been. I'm pretty sure Eli was 3 doors out of the van down in Branson this summer trying to get somebody's Snapchat. So that was some of our fun that we had down in Branson. But anyway, we're going to take another timeout. We'll be back with more in a halftime show after this. You're watching high school football on 4Ts.com. Community is important to Excalibur Contracting. Being a Harrisonville business for 14 years, they understand what it takes to be successful and make Harrisonville successful. If you need help with a remodel, grounds, athletic field maintenance, mowing, or landscape, Excalibur Contracting is who to call. Mike and Natalie Johnson with Excalibur are proud to back the Blue both on and off the field.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The housing market is wild right now, so why trust a big box lender when you can go local with Cass County's premier mortgage company, Homebridge Mortgage? Tim Irvin and Julie Hawk are both Cass County residents with over 40 years of mortgage lending experience, as well as a sterling reputation by being named in the top 1% of mortgage originators in the country, according to the Mortgage Executive magazine. They work hard to find the right loan product that is best for that individual or family. Why would you go anywhere else? Homebridge Mortgage, making the dream of home ownership a reality for every customer every day.
All right, well, welcome back to Warrensburg. And guess what? Tomorrow is Red Barn Ranch opening day, and they have some sunflowers out there in the field. They've got all kinds of great things going on this weekend. at the Red Barn Ranch. Join them for opening weekend. You can get all kinds of fun stuff. There's live music, face painting, barbecue burgers, more giant slides. Red Barn Ranch, Matt does such a great job out there, and we're so excited to have him on board. If you wear your stuff, you get $1 off admission at the Red Barn Ranch if you wear your Red Barn Ranch merchandise. And I guarantee we will be out there as a family multiple times. You just saw the big slide they have there, and he's got all kinds of different stuff out there at the Red Barn Ranch. So go join Matt and his crew at the Red Barn Ranch. There's a petting zoo and also the big dump truck slide as well. Whatever it is you would like, the Red Barn Ranch has it for your family this fall, including, of course, the pumpkins. You pick them and you weigh them and you take them home. Red Barn Ranch opening day tomorrow in Harrisonville.
Sherwood Community Bank is the hometown bank with all the big bank perks. Internet banking, auto, home, boat, and farm loans. You can get it all at one of their 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville. Checking or savings account all you need? Don't worry. Sherwood Community Bank has you covered there as well. Stop going to the banks where you're just an account number. Go to Sherwood Community Bank where you're part of the family.
And tell them Braxton sent ya.
There are a ton of choices for home appliances, but only one you need to know. That's Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville. Today, it's more important than ever to support small business. Troby's prides themselves on American-made appliances, competitive prices, and unmatched service, from installation to service calls if any issue may arrive. Troby's is your hometown appliance center.
Next time you're in the market for a home appliance, think Troby's first on Plaza Drive right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Hey everyone, Cody here with Aiken's PC Repair, the exclusive computer repair company for 4Ts. Slow computer got you down? We offer virus removal and hardware repair to get you back in action. And with our antivirus software, we can help prevent future infections. Check us out today at 105 East Mechanic Street in historic downtown Harrisonville.
One of Harrisonville's oldest and its most reliable realtors, American Heritage Realtors. With almost 40 years of experience, they will take all the stress out of buying and selling a home. Add in being the #1 seller of properties on Zillow, and American Heritage should be the only call you make when you're ready to buy or sell your home. Experience, reliability, and results. That's American Heritage Realtors, next to Sonic on South Commercial Street.
No matter the time of day, we could all use a Route 44 from Sonic. Good news, if you order in the Sonic app, you get happy hour all day. That means drinks are half price anytime on the Sonic app. Don't worry, it's still traditional happy hour from 2 to 4 every day at the Sonic of Harrisonville. So if you need to refuel with a drink, or maybe you need a snack, come see the gang at Sonic and fuel up.
When it comes to fast service and reasonable prices, Young's Auto Repair is the place. Whether it is a standard oil change, new brakes, or something major, William and Michelle with Young's Auto Repair will make sure you are back on the road quickly with a little change left in your pocket. Don't break the bank when it comes to your vehicle needs. Instead, come to the shop that keeps the cost in check and you rolling back down the highways. Young's Auto Repair, right across the street from Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial. A strong lineup is always important no matter the sport. The same should go for your insurance company as well. At Stafford & Stafford Insurance, your auto, commercial, life, health, farm, and crop insurance is all under one roof. With a lineup like that, they are sure to have your team covered. Call the team that will line up with the best of them. Stafford & Stafford Insurance in Harrisonville, located on Commercial Street across from Holland's Auto Sale.
After watching the Wildcats, you can build up an appetite Why not put your love of the Wildcats and hunger to the test by going to the Suzy Q after the game and rewatching the game while there? Grab a big juicy burger and some Suzy Q's at 4T's post-game headquarters. The Suzy Q. Find them in the Southland Shopping Center across from the old Cass Medical Center.
Church & Dwight in Harrisonville, Missouri is now hiring machine operators and maintenance technicians for overnight shifts. Full-time employees receive full benefits immediately. Apply now at churchdwight.com/careers and we will contact you to schedule an interview.
How nice would it be to get a check from someone and not have to worry about getting to the bank to put it in your account? At Hawthorne Bank, you can do exactly that. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and voila, the check has been deposited into your account. Not to mention, you can always manage your accounts and payments right in the app as well. Hawthorne Bank prides itself on being at the forefront of technology to always make your banking a breeze. Hawthorne Bank, next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Sure, you could drive to the city and save a few dollars on tires, but why? Young's Tire and Wheel Center in Harrisonville is family owned and operated, and their clients are like family. That, coupled with free flat tire repair on new tires for the life of the tire, means you'd be crazy to drive all over the place to save $1. Trust Young's. That's who 4T's trust to get them safely to all Wildcat games, home or away. Young's Tire and Wheel Center on South Commercial in Harrisonville.
Guess what? We're hiring at Culver's. That means if you're up for welcoming families with coworkers who feel like family, and you have a thing for fresh frozen custard, and for growing your career in a place you can be proud of, with a schedule that makes you smile, like, say, cheese curds smile, you're our kind of people. So join the Culver's team. Learn how you can build so much more than butter burgers. Apply at culvers.jobs.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
All right, welcome back. Getting ready for the second half. Cats lead by 8 at the half. They get the ball, and this is where that drive comes so important for a couple of different reasons, Gary. Number one, if you get a touchdown here in a 2-point conversion, you make it a 16-point game. Warrensburg's got to chase points, even though they got a great field goal kicker the rest of the half.
Yeah, and if they don't get the 2 points, it's still a 14-point game. It's still two possessions either way. But the beauty of it is we've got the control right now, and so we need to keep on that. You know, last week we were ahead by 2 scores. We let that dwindle away. We need to take the bull by the horns, and we need to start out quick in this half and score a touchdown, and then make Warrensburg get them out of their rhythm and what they normally play.
Well, and here's the other part of that too, Gary. If you get a touchdown here, keep the foot on the gas. I feel like Harrisonville struggled a couple of times. They've had a couple of 14-plus point leads early in this season. In all 3 games, actually, they've had a 2-touchdown lead, I believe, at some point, whether second or third quarter. They've got to put the foot to the gas and make 14 become 21 or more.
Oh, I totally agree. You never want to let up against a good team. Warrensburg is not ranked at where they're ranked, and not being as good as they are. So absolutely, you've got to keep the foot on the pedal and continue to drive as hard as you possibly can.
I can't quite see there, but I think Jace Reynolds is standing at about the 30-yard line trying to force Warrensburg to kick this deep. And they're saying, no, we're not going to kick it anywhere near you. Fair catch by the Cats over here on the near side.
Good choice. That was a great choice.
Bryce Harper with the catch. So it'll be Cats ball to start this second half. So funny, you know, we talked about how Warrensburg, this has a different feel for me now with Ange being over here, being administrator over at Sterling. And it's kind of funny seeing everybody out there talking to my cousin at halftime, who's the Johnson County Sheriff. So kind of nice to have him on your side as well. And actually Eli's dad is one of his sergeants, I believe, for the Johnson County Sheriff's Department. So that was kind of cool as well. They were out there talking to Scott when I went out there. So we're ready for football. They're going to go with Nate Reynolds as the quarterback, two backs flanking him. Two wide receivers are going to go in motion with Jace. And Jace is lit up right there. Awesome play by Warrensburg right there, blowing up that block. And Jace Reynolds had no chance as he was hit from the side. Good job by holding on to the football, though, as that one could have been ugly.
That had to be a missed assignment because that was right up the gut. So somebody missed a block, which rarely happens. Like I've said in the past, Jace and all the running backs are always going to credit their line because of what they do and the yards they gain because of them.
Well, and, I mean, look at some of those linemen. They got some big boys on that defensive front. So Nate with the two backs. They're going to go in motion the other way now. This time they're going to fake it, and Nate's going to go right up the middle. He's got a seam out of a tackle all the way down to the 42-yard line. And I'm not sure, but I think that Luke Vatka took a knee to that helmet right there. Brings up a third and manageable for the Cats, third and about 4. Also saw Brody Rogers out there, former Wildcat, of course, going to UCM. I feel like he's gotten 3 inches taller since high school. He just keeps growing. So 3rd and 4 coming up. Nate and Jace in the backfield, and they're going to hand to Jace. Jace is going to try to cut back, stays on his feet, but he's not going to get a first down. He's going to make it a 4th and about 3, gets a yard out of that. And looking for the punt this time. I would imagine Jace is probably going to boot this one away this time. Now they bring Nate in to punt, so Nate Reynolds is going to punt this one. Ball close to midfield. Cat's going to punt it away on 4th down and 3. And no, they're going to run it to the near side, and he's now going to kick it away, little squib kick, rugby style. And what a roll inside the 20, down to about the 17. Harper going to blow it dead there.
And that's a great play because it gives gives Nate the opportunity to read it. It's kind of like a read option. Do I want to run or do I want to punt? And he gets over there, realizes it's closed up, and he's able to punt the ball and get a great roll out of it.
And I like them going to that rugby-style punt. So now you don't know if they're going to run or they're going to kick, and you've got 2 different guys back there that can do it. And that one was a good way to flip the field position, and Warrensburg going to take over inside their own 20 at their own 17. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, 2 to your left, 1 to your right. On 1st and 10 from their own 17. Cats show blitz. They're going to back off, and they're going to look to throw. They throw it out in the flat. Almost picked off. They do pick it off. Nate Reynolds gets his hands under it. Looked like it might have been deflected at the line. It was kind of a duck out there, and they're going to call that an interception each time because you know what Nate did, right? He put both hands on the turf to make sure it wasn't going to hit that turf and sold that interception. And that brings up a 1st down for the Cats in Warrensburg territory at the Warrensburg 22-yard line. So they didn't get anything out of the offensive series, but their first play on defense, they get an interception. It's 22-14, and they got the ball in business at the 26 of Warrensburg. Sorry, I believe it's at 21, sorry. And they're going to give Nate is going to keep it, finds a seam, stays on his feet, gets down to about the 15. So here we go with 9:37 to go here in the 3rd. Ball down to just the nose of the ball outside of the 15. So 9:25 to go. Lawful out to the far side. Jace and Espin to the near side. 2 backs flanking Reynolds. And now Reynolds fakes the handoff. Stays on his feet inside the 15, but not going to get any farther. Gets to about the 12. Close to a 1st down there. Going to bring up 3rd down. The one thing I see from Nate sometimes in the quarterback position as a freshman, sometimes I think he's a little quick to run when they have that option play to run it, and that's just something that's going to come with time and reading defenses. His brother is one of the best around with his football IQ. Mitchell And Mitchell's going to roll out, look to throw. And he's got his man on the near or far side. And inside the 5, that's Miller. Down to the 1. So the Cats in business. They're going to have 4 shots at it from about the 2-yard line with 8:27 to go here in the third quarter. So Warrensburg got what they wanted. They got a 3-and-out from the Wildcat offense. First play offensively in the second half is an interception by Nate Reynolds, and the Cats now knocking on the door of the Warrensburg goal line with 8:10 to go here in this third quarter. And they're going to give it, and it'll be Jace Reynolds into the end zone.
Nate.
Gary said Nate Reynolds. So Nate with the touchdown. I don't know how you can't tell them apart. 22-25. They run about the same. So 28-14, and this becomes a big 2-point conversion here because then you make Warrensburg start chasing points if you go up by 16. And they're going to stick with that jumbo set. They got Pesic in front of them here. And they're going to direct snap to Miller, and Miller's going to bulldoze into the end zone for 2. And the Cats lead 30-14, 8:03 to go in the third. We'll be back after this.
For a limited time, you pay what we pay going on at Max Motors dealerships. Shop 24 hours a day. Exclusive at Max Motors, you pay what we pay and not a penny more on any new Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC in stock. All invoices clearly displayed with the highest trade-in values in the Midwest.
Take your car shopping to the max.
Max Motors is your Kansas City dealer. MaxMotors.com. See dealer for details.
All right, welcome back. 8:03 on the clock, and the Cats are set to kick it away. 30-14 is our score. Our Sonic Kick return contestant tonight is Phil Rogers. Of course, Phil, I'm sorry, but you do not get a Sonic gift card if Warrensburg returns a kick for a touchdown, but wanted to let everybody know who that was tonight. And we will spin the wheel here in the press box at some point in the third quarter, and we'll let you know who wins some free Domino's pizza tonight. And Jerry said the next person to sign up online for the contest, as that one is booted deep all the way back to the 1.
By Sartain. I was looking at his name when I saw where the ball was at.
But then you almost outkick your coverage. Morris went all the way back to get it and comes all the way back up. So a great kick right there.
Where's he been?
By Sartain. And that makes it so Jerry is going to spin, or the next person that signs up on 4 tees. Nope. Oh, it's already happened. So Stacy Southley is going to get a 4 tees tumbler for signing up. And that's what we're going to do. The first person to sign up each night while we're on the air, we'll get that tumbler. You can sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest as well as free Domino's Pizza. Ball at the 27-yard line. Warrensburg will have it at their own 27 as we get rolling here in the second half. Cats with a touchdown. Went 3 and out. Warrensburg in good shape. Good punt by Nate Reynolds on the rugby-style punt. First pass from Othick, though, was picked off by Nate Reynolds. And the Cats were able to punch it in for 6 and get a 2-point conversion to go up 16. And now we got 7:53 to go here in quarter number 3. And this is a big series for the Warrensburg Tigers.
It is a tremendously big series because they can't afford – they are at the max of 2 possessions. I mean, they've got to get a touchdown and 2-point conversions both times to just tie it up. So if they let it get any farther out of control, then it really causes a problem for their offense to kind of try to come back, even having a quarter and a half left.
And here we go. They're going to run it up the middle there. Schoonover going to get about 3 on that, bring up 2nd down and 7. And here's the other thing you got to think about. It's a 16-point game, Gary, so makes it a 10-point game if they get the touchdown. If you don't get that 2-point conversion, it's still a 2-possession game. So 7.5 to go here in the third. Munsterman flanked near side, 2 wide receivers to the right. Shotgun formation. And here they go. They're going to keep it to Othick, and he's got a lane. He's going to get a first and be drugged down by Nate Reynolds up at about the 38-yard line and move the chains, move the sticks up to the 39 with 7:12 to go here in the third. Two state-ranked teams here in Warrensburg. The number 6 Warrensburg Tigers, the number 9 Harrisonville Wildcats in a tight battle with 6:57 to go in the third quarter. Cats leading 30-14. Shotgun formation, Othick with Schoonover, and he's looking to throw. This time he's chased out of the pocket, though. He's going to throw far side, and good defense by Jace Reynolds on the far side to knock that ball loose. It went in and out of the hands of Schoonover, his running back. Or no, sorry, that was for Hong over there.
And that's where having a little bit tighter coverage makes a difference, because if you jump up and you know nobody's close, you're more likely going to come down with the ball. And Jace was able to separate him from the ball as he touched it. So that's where having a little bit closer coverage than we did last week against Pleasant Hill.
So second down and 10 coming up. Shotgun again. This time Othick going to keep it himself, and again he finds a lane. Gets about 7, maybe 8. See where they mark him. Makes it third down and a couple. They've done a good job after not getting much on first down to get that big chunk on second down to make it third and manageable, where you can pass or run the ball. So here we go. Wide receivers, 2 to your right, 1 to your left. Shotgun formation. Cats showing a little bit of a blitz. Othick going to go right up the middle, and he drags the defender with him all the way to midfield and into Wildcat territory. That was Diego San Nicolas.
You know, and really right now Othick is kind of putting the Tigers on his back and saying, okay, come with me. He's doing a good job as far as reading, and he's running hard.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10, and they're going to mark it at the Wildcat 49. Here's a score for you from the MRVC West. Odessa leads Oak Grove 23-15 in the third quarter. What did we say about the MRVC West being tough this year? And here we go. They're going to give the handoff to Schoonover. He cuts it back. He's got Lane still on his feet. Rides the defender down to about the 27. That was Xander Johnson on the tackle.
26-yard gain by senior running back number 1, Bryce Schoonover.
Pleasant Hill up 28-16 on Buffalo, so they're looking to move to 4-0. That was a second quarter score, early second quarter, so we haven't got an update on that one yet. So 1st and 10 down to the 27. Shotgun formation again, and that running game was working good. They went back to it, and Carson Miller able to bust through that time and mess up the situation for Warrensburg, and then Diego San Nicolas in there as well. I'll tell you a team to look for up north that may give a little bit of a challenge to Smithville, and that is St. Joe Lafayette out of that Class 4 District 8. They had a guy throw for 698 yards a couple of weeks ago, and a receiver had like 338. So looking at passes, Othick, he's chased from the pocket. He's going to fire near side. He's got his man, breaks the tackle, stays on his feet inside the 15 to about the 12. If you chase him out of the pocket, you got to be able to take him down. They didn't do it, and it is a 1st and 10 at about the 12-yard line with 4:45 to go here in the third. So Warrensburg doing exactly what it needs to do here, trying to get this back to a 1-score game. 1st and 10. They're going to fake the handoff and go right up the middle with it. Cats cut him down after a gain of a couple. Brings up 2nd down and 8 from about the 10. Here's another thing to think about too, Gary. Warrensburg is a really good field goal kicker. So they're used to kicking the extra points each and every week. If they're forced into 2-point conversions, do they have a bunch of 2-point conversion attempts that they would like to go with?
True.
And Harrisonville's going to burn a timeout with 4:06 to go in the third. We will take a timeout as well, 30-14. Cat defense going to try to make an adjustment here.
Atkinson Funeral Home is always proud to sponsor Harrisonville athletics. Closing in on a century in business, the Atkinsons are proud to be part of the Harrisonville community and enjoy cheering for the Wildcats. Where's the best place to be this fall? Upcycled Orchard. Come see us for one of our delicious, fresh panini sandwiches on our homemade artisan bread, a cider slushie, homemade pie, and so much more. You pick apples, you pick pumpkins. Mums are all right around the corner. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Upcycled Orchard to stay posted. Our fall hours are Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4. We'll see you soon.
All right, welcome back. Second down. Looks like he got about a yard out of that one, so 2nd and 9 coming up here. And the Cats lead 30-14 with 4:06 to go here in the third quarter.
You know, I've got to believe that this is probably 4-down territory unless it's going to be 4th and long, because field goals aren't going to help them right now being down 2 8-point scores. So
they go on shotgun, and Othick going to roll, going to look to throw. He's chased from the pocket, stays on his feet, gets to the sideline, and out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they're going to mark him at the 9, so he got about 3 on that. Ran a whole long way to get those 3, but at least he got positive yardage, able to keep the play alive with his feet. So 3rd down and 6 coming up. 3:59 to go here in this third quarter. But, you know, like Gary said, it's going to be 4-down territory. So may go back to that slant to Munsterman. Instead, they're going to go out to the corner, Schoonover, 4-6. Touchdown. Makes it a 10-point game, 30-20. Now here comes the big play of the game so far. It's a 10-point game with 3:52 to go. Warrensburg gets it, it still remains a one-possession game. If they don't get it, if they get it, it goes to a one-possession game. If they don't, it remains a two-possession game here. So 3:52 to go here, third quarter. Big two-point conversion coming up for the Tigers. I think comes into the huddle here. They're going to go with that kind of jumbo formation. They got those two backs in the backfield flanking him. He's in the pistol formation with two big guys in front of him. He can go either side. If they go in motion, he's probably going to follow the load, and he's going to look to throw. He goes on that slant. No, he's chased out. Now nowhere to go. He just chucks it up back of the end zone. Incomplete, and it remains a two-score game. I'm going to say I won't agree with that play. You just got to run it in and bang it forward. Luke's shown that he's been able to get that 3 and 4 yards anytime he needed. Instead, they try to go with the pass, and they still down 10 with 3:52 to go. We'll be back after this. When you're searching for insurance, it's good to be able to call an agent in your town that can protect you. So if you're looking for auto, life, renters, boat, ATV, or any other weekend toy to be covered, call CPSK Insurance, an auto owner's affiliate. Call and talk to one of the local agents, Summer, Randy, Amanda, or Chandra, located right off I-49 and 291 in Harrisonville at the Millwalk Mall. They can give you a quote and get you covered quickly and easily. If your business needs covered, they can help you out there as well. Call them today at 816-380-3800 or visit them online at cpskinsurance.com. Let the local agents go to work for you. All right, welcome back. 3:52 to go here in the third.
11-play, 74-yard drive by the Tigers. 4 minutes and 15 seconds off of the clock, and it was a good drive. I mean, they controlled the clock, and they never really got themselves in trouble. They never had to go to a fourth down. They had only two third down opportunities that they made. So they were 2 for 2 on third down.
So here we go, 3:52 to go, third quarter. Cats set to get the ball back, see if Warrensburg maybe try an onside kick or something here. No, they're going to boot it deep over the head of everybody out of bounds. But also I think it was a false start or... So here we go. In the third quarter, Jerry's laughing at me. I think he knew something I didn't know. Oh. There we go. So 3:52 to go, and I don't really know what happened there.
They set offsides against Warrensburg, but the flag was down here, so I'm not on towards the end zone.
Oh, it went out of bounds too, so they had 2 flags.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jerry.
So 3:52 to go here in quarter number 3. Warrensburg going to boot it away. Set to boot it deep is Lancaster.
And he's got a leg.
He definitely does. All right, there's the boot deep. And Reynolds is going to take it at his own 5. Look for a seam, 15, 20. Breaks the tackle, tries to get back inside, but they cut him off, and it'll be Cats ball at their own 20, 3:45 to go here in the third.
He not only kicked it deep, I mean, that would have went into the end zone had they not had the 5-yard penalty, but he kicked it high, which gave the kick coverage time to get down there and be able to cover it. So, I mean, that was a great kick and opportunity play for Warrensburg.
And it was perfectly placed. They were playing him to return it from the corner, so they pinned him in the corner, and he had no way to get to the outside because they cut that outside off.
Right.
So 3:45 to go here, third quarter. 30-20 is our score. Cats lead by 10. Pesic in the backfield with Mitchell. 2 wide receivers make it 3 out to the left side, 1 to the near side. Look to throw. They're going to throw it out in the flat for Miller, and Miller stays on his feet, barrels through defenders up to the 30-yard line, 9 yards from Carson Miller.
That's 42 yards on 4 catches for Miller.
A lot of people know about Jace Reynolds, no doubt. But I'm going to tell you right now, the way the weight room went this winter or this summer, there's multiple boys in that weight room that are benching 330 plus.
Well, you're looking
and
at
Jace is one of them.
People that carry the ball. Nate, Jace, Pesic, Miller, all can do that.
So here we go on the handoff. No, Mitchell keeps it himself. He's got a first down, stays on his feet, takes a lick at about the 35. But if you go find Harrisonville football, or you go find some of the Facebook pages, what they put in the weight room in the off season is why these guys are laying wood here late third quarter. Carson Miller, Josh Pesic, Jace Reynolds, all of them. Jace and Josh got their PRs early in the football season. 335 is what they were benching. And Carson Miller, I think, might be the strongest of all of them. This time they're going to hand off to Pesic, and Pesic
was hitting the backfield 2 or 3 yards deep and still got a yard out of it. So,
and thank the lucky stars, my son lost his front tooth tonight. It has been loose for about a week. Brenda sent it to me, and the tooth is out.
Did she send it via tooth fairy to you?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later. 2:15 to go here in the third. And here they go. They're going to hand off right up the middle again. Nowhere to go.
Couldn't see who got that. It was Miller or...
And it brings up a third down. I believe that was Miller again on the run. Brings up third down and 10. And Warrensburg doing what they need. So it's going to be third down for the Cats, and long with 1:45 to go here in the third. They're going to put Reynolds out near side, 3 wide receiver set. Mitchell, he's going to look to pass. He's going to look down the field. He's got Jace, and Jace catches it.
Oh, that's 15 right there. I hope one of those flags isn't for Jace, because I thought I saw the ball come out, and I don't know if it went back.
So I think it's going to be offsetting. I mean, it was a late hit, obviously. It was a catch on the near sideline. And, you know, it's been a good hard-fought game. You don't need to add the extras, and that they got extras, but we'll see what they call. So they're going to discuss it over here. There was a hat that went off, too, so that usually means double penalties.
Yeah, so I think all the flags were on the late hit out of bounds, but then I think the other one was probably a unsportsmanlike. And if that's the case, yeah, and he will be warned, and that he can't have another one, or he will be ejected. So
it'll be offsetting, but the Cats get the first down they needed as Reynolds was able to haul that one in. You know, I just got a reminder. I almost forgot about this, but the Harrisonville Wildcat football program is getting inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame in October, and we'll talk about that here in the next couple of plays. 1:27 to go here in the third. Cats have it. Jace and Nate in the backfield, and Nate is going to take it, get a block, and he's going to go right off the block of his brother Jace, and he's going to get about 7 yards, make it 6, and it'll bring up second down. Now another flag here. And we're going to see what they call on this one. It was obviously the end of the play. And you hope it isn't on the Cats because they got a good drive going. And it is. So
I think that was probably going to be a dead ball. I don't know. We'll see how they mark it as first down or second down.
So it'll be a dead ball. It'll be second down. And instead of second and about 4, it's going to be second down and long for the Cats. Second and about 19. So it would have been second and 6 instead of second and 19.
Well, if it wasn't a dead ball, then it's going to be first, hopefully. But I'm not seeing. Yeah, it was dead ball, so it's at second.
So second and long, ball at the 49-yard line. We got a whistle. All right, here we go. Nate at quarterback, Jace at running back on second down and long. And a high snap. Jace going to lead block for Nate. Nate finds the seam, rode down after a gain of about 7 or 8. Brings up third down and manageable. And again, you know they're probably in 4-down territory, so they wanted to get a chunk of it back. They did. It's going to be third down and 12 coming up for the Cats. So the Wildcats are getting inducted into the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame on October 13th. They're asking any former players, current players, whoever wants to go down. It's a luncheon on October 13th. You can get your tickets. Go search the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame, or you can go to the Harrisonville Wildcat football page on Facebook, and they will have plenty of information as well. So clock rolling here on third and long. Direct snap to Jace Reynolds, and Jace is going to get back to about the 40 and bring up fourth down and 10. So 4th and 10 for the Cats. I believe the Cats will just let it go to the 4th. I would use that as an extra timeout as there's only 15 seconds to go here in the third. And that is what they'll do. So we'll go to the 4th, and the Cats lead by 10. We got an exciting fourth quarter coming up.
Sherwood Heating and Cooling, LLC, not only provides quality services, but also offers products from Carrier. We always go that extra mile to ensure that your heating and cooling units keep performing at their optimal levels. Our business is fully licensed, bonded, and insured for your safety, and our products come with warranties for your peace of mind. Service checkups by our trained technicians can help you keep your repair costs under control and ensure total comfort in your home. Call us today at 816-862-6610.
All right, welcome back. We go to the 4th, and the Cats lead by 10, and they got a big fourth down coming up. It'll be on the 40 of Warrensburg. They're going to go from the south to the north here in this fourth quarter, and they got Jace back there again at punt.
Again, that's where this rugby style kick can come into play, is the fact that they've got he can it's kind of like the option. He can decide whether or not he's going to punt or whether he's going to run. If it's open, he'll run. So
there we go. Cats going to snap it back to Reynolds. There's the snap. He's going to go with that rugby style, and now he's going to look for some running room, and he's not going to get anywhere. Should have stayed in that lane, didn't, and Warrensburg wraps him up and takes him down. So going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Chance to make this a 3-point game. So 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line for Warrensburg. So 1st and 10 for Warrensburg, 11:54 to go here in the 4th. Othick looking to pass. He's chased out of the pocket. He's got all kinds of daylight. Gets to the outside and runs down and thrown out of bounds by Xander Johnson. But a great run by him. Just spread it out and give him some space. So with 11:44 to go, ball down to the 37 of the Cats. Two wide receivers, far side, two to the near side, so twins on both sides. Shotgun formation for Othick, and Othick just going to look to run it this time, chased out of off the side there. He tried to get in that seam there between the tackle and guard. It wasn't there, closed up, bounces to the outside, and only able to get about 4 or 5, but still made positive yardage there with 11:25 to go here in the 4th. 30-20 our score. Warrensburg down by 10. Cats led by 16. Failed 2-point conversion, leaves it at a 2-score game. There they go. This time they're going to hand off for Schoonover. He was hit at the line, was able to keep his feet and dive forward for a 1st down to the 25-yard line. Clock will stop as they reset the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Warrensburg down to the 25-yard line. Under 11 to go here in the 4th. Othick in the shotgun, has Schoonover. He's going to look to pass. He's chased again out of the pocket quickly, throws near side, gets his man into the end zone for 6. Lance Dunsworth made his man miss and walks into the end zone. It's a 4-point game with 10:42 to go here in the 4th. We knew it was going to be a good one, and it has delivered. It's 30-26 here in this one. Extra point coming up. Chance to make it a 3-point and a field goal contest. Kick is up. Kick is good. And it is 30-27 with 10:42 to go. We'll be back.
There are a million places to buy a used car. So why not go somewhere you know lives by the Show Me State motto? The staff at Show Me wants to show you that Show Me spirit. Excellent service, affordable prices, and even loaners while you get your cars serviced. They will put you in your dream car, truck, or SUV, and if they don't have it, they'll find it for you. So drive on over to Show Me Auto Mall and drive away with your next car.
All right, so 10:42 to go, 4th quarter. It's a 3-point game. Warrensburg has got it to within 3.
That was only a 1-minute drive by Warrensburg, 57 yards, 4 plays.
Now look through some scores for you, get you some updates from around the MRVC West. So 10:42 to go. 30-27 is the score. And Warrensburg set. This would be where I'd go with a little sneak attack right up the middle. Try to maybe drill one of those up backs for the Cats if I was Warrensburg. They're going to probably boot this deep, and they do. Way deep, and the Cats are going to let it go. Oh, it does not go into the end zone. It just checks up at the 5, and a bad decision by the Cats. Most of the time on a kickoff like that, you're going to see it roll into the end zone, except for Jackson Hyatt, Todd Lancaster, not your typical kicker. And now the Cats in the shadow of their own end zone at their own 6, up by 3. So Buffalo and Pleasant Hill are tied at 28 apiece. The score I still got is 23-15, Odessa and Oak Grove. It'll be Cats ball at their own 6. We Nate with Pesic and Miller with him in the backfield. And he's going to follow those blockers, but it's going to be a half a distance penalty as the Cats could not get it off. Went in motion a little bit too soon. So a half a distance penalty for the Cats. Take them back to their own 3 now.
Now here's where a mistake, you can't make a mistake. This would be a great place for a 97-yard touchdown drive. It doesn't have to be just one rush, but a 97 drive, because that would eat up a lot of the clock, and it would make it a 2-score game against the Warrensburg.
So here are 2 wide receivers set to the near side, wide receiver to the far side, and this time they're going to hand off for Miller, and Miller's going to get maybe a yard, if that, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 13 for the Cats. So 10-20 to go, 4th quarter, a 3-point game. Warrensburg with all the momentum. They've got the Cats pinned deep after the kickoff and trying to get the ball back from the Cats.
And if they don't get a first down, or at least one, it's going to give Warrensburg an excellent field position as well.
You go with that bunch formation in there. Nate Reynolds looks to throw and throws out in the flats for Jace. And I believe Jace is wrapped up and taken down. Almost looked like he got his head taken off, but I think Jace wanted a face mask. He's looking at the official on the far side. He's like, are we seriously not going to call that? And I couldn't see it on my vantage point. If it was, it's on that far side of the field. It brings up 3rd down and about 10 for the Cats. So big 3rd down coming up. You're the Cats. You're going to try to get a first down here. You do not want to punt out of your own end zone. Anything can happen in that situation. And again, we talked about it at halftime, and we talked about the Cats not being able to put the gas pedal down. And again, they're struggling here tonight. And that's Nate. He's not got a run, and he's bottled up and taken down. And here's the thing, too, Gary. I'm going to go back and look at these last couple of drives. They've got more conservative with it. They were passing the ball. They had it opened up. They were opening up some spots these last couple of drives. The Cats have not done that, and Warrensburg has capitalized. So 8:35 to go here in the 4th, and we await the punt. And Reynolds is just going to boot it away. Gets it away.
Oh, nice roll, too.
Gets a good roll. It's going to roll all the way down to the 46, so Warrensburg will have it on their own 46. So they help it out a little bit, but Warrensburg has shown it can drive right down the field, and they're going to have good field position again right here. And if it's a little loud in front of us, that's because we are right in front of the Warrensburg bleachers here, or right behind them, I should say. They're right in front of us. And if anybody's ever been to Kearney, kind of a similar setup that what Kearney used to have, with at the top of the stands, you had the press box.
Well, in the last 2 drives, they've had touchdowns of 74 yards and 57 yards. So
they've had some drives, and here goes Othick again right up the middle, and he stays upright to about the 48. Trying to see who that was. Josh Pesic was able to hang on there. About a 3-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 7 from their own 49 with 8:02 and counting here in this 4th quarter. Odessa beat Oak Grove 29-20. So another close game in the MRVC West. 7:45 to go in this one. We got a 3-point game in the MRVC West. Othick, good read by him. First down and more. All the way down to the 35. And they're starting to gash the Wildcat defense. You got to remember, too, Harrisonville's got at least 5, 6, 7 players that are going both ways. You don't see as many on the Warrensburg side.
And that is 117 yards for Othick on the night.
So 30-27, 7:23 to go. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield on 1st and 10 in the Wildcat side of the field, Wildcat 33. And this one will be Othick again, and this time taken down on the near side, San Nicolas. That is Jack San Nicolas with the tackle.
Still gained 4 yards, though. They're going to have to get 4 yards of carry. That ends up being a first down each time.
And you gotta respect their passing game too. If they lull you to sleep here with this running game, they can catch you over the top with any number of their receivers. So 6:45 and counting, 30-27 the score. Cats lead by 3. Tigers trail by 3.
24 carries, 120 yards for Othick as it stands right now.
They get the ball at the 30, second down and long, and Othick this time is going to pitch it back.
Ball
on the ground, and just had to cover it up, so they lose about 4 yards, brings up 3rd down and 11. So that pushes it all the way back to the 36, so about 3rd and 12 now with 6:15 to go.
And that gives both Schoonover and Othick are over 100 yards.
So 3rd down coming up for Warrensburg. You know they're going to be in 4-down territory. Call the timeout with 5:56 to go. Both teams down to 2 timeouts left with this one. We'll take a timeout as well. 5:56 to go, 30-27. Cats clinging to a 3-point lead.
Stop going online and paying top dollar to make a t-shirt. Call Cindy at C Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. She will walk you through the whole process and have you or your organization looking the best. It's no mistake that Fortis Broadcasting is always the best dressed crew around. We trust Cindy with all of our apparel on game day. Put a personal C Squared touch on your next order. Whether it's just 1 or 100, C Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing can get it done. Check them out on Facebook or go see them on the Clinton Square.
All right, welcome back. 5:56 to go. Something we didn't talk about is they do have, or we've talked about it, but not on this drive. They have a really good field goal kicker. Right now, as it stands, it would be about a 52, 53-yard field goal attempt.
And he can make that. He's made that. Now, he's also missed that as well, but he's down here warming up. Todd Lancaster's his name, and he's quite a kicker.
You got to figure if you get it to the 30, that gives you a shot from about 47, 48, and then you got a decision to make. So here we go on 3rd and long. They're going to go reverse here
and
then look to pass and then chased out of the pocket. So that brings up 4th down, and now you've probably got to go for it. I don't think you want to try the long field goal here. So it'll be 4th down. So they pulled out the reverse wide receiver pass. It was not there. So it'll be 4th down at about 12, 5:51 to go. So huge 4th down in the game.
Big play for both teams right here. Harrisonville stops them. It stops the momentum, number 1. And number 2, it takes time off the clock, gives Harrisonville an opportunity to score as well.
You got to play assignment defense right here. You got to have an eye on Othick. You got to have an eye on Schoonover. Don't let them run that play they've been running. And now Othick's looking to throw it. He's going to chuck it deep, jump ball. And this one is picked off.
Nope.
No, incomplete. And it falls incomplete, and the Cats will take over from their own 36-yard line. I think they were maybe trying to get a flag there, but there was 5 or 6 guys all fighting for it and nothing called. So it'll be Cats ball from their own 36, 5:44 to go. Couple of first downs, and then Warrensburg would have to start thinking about what to do timeout-wise to try to slow the momentum. So the Cats will have the ball. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 30-27, Cats lead, 5:44 to go in the 4th.
Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team. Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance were both Wildcats on the field. Now they are competitors off the field. They know that you have many choices for insurance, so they're teaming up to offer free auto, home, and life insurance quotes. Call Lacey at 816-380-2700 or Cam at 816-380-3996 and get started on your new insurance quote today.
Don't forget, give Lacey a call or give Cam a call. Sign up with a free insurance quote, and you will be in a drawing to win a great tailgate package with a Blackstone grill, Blackstone accessories, a branding iron gift card, and also a couple of Wildcat tumblers. 5:44 to go, 30-27 the score. And they're going to snap it now, a counter for Pesic. He's got running room to the 40, to the 30, down the sideline to the 20. They're going to say he was out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Great run by Josh Pesic. We've talked about that. Watch him tumble, rumble down the sideline and gives the Cats great field position here.
39-yard run by Pesic.
Ball down to the 25-yard line for the Cats. So 5:35 to go. Clock stops as they reset those chains. Oh, here we go. We got a replay out on that. So watch this on the counter. And he goes down the sideline. I'd like to see if he gets out of bounds there. We're setting up the play here. And we go back to action. Shotgun formation. They're going to hand it to Reynolds. Reynolds finds a lane, and then it's quickly choked up. Zach Munsterman there to finish it off, a 3-yard gain. And with 5:22 to go, the clock will roll as the Cats take it down to the 23-yard line.
But they flip the field. They've got the time in their possession now, and so they just need to continue on the ground. They get a touchdown. A touchdown makes it a two-possession game. So touchdown pretty much solidifies it for them.
So 2nd down and 8 coming up. And that is going to be a direct snap to Nate Reynolds. He's down the sideline. To the house he goes. I'm not sure who it was that got the block out here on the near side, but it was a flat-out pancake and knocked him down, and that puts the Cats up 2 scores again with 4:44 to go in this one.
3 plays, 64 yards.
Well, we're going to look back at this replay because the block out here on the near side for Nate was amazing, and it's a 9-point game. We'll look at it, instead of going to a break, we'll look at the replay, and we'll talk about what Warrensburg needs to do here. It's a 9-point game, and Nate is going to take the snap. No, it'll be Miller, and Miller cuts back, gets to about the goal line.
I think he's in now.
And
nope, they're calling him down.
They're going to say it was no good, but it's still a 9-point game, 2-possession game with 4:44 to go. We'll look at this replay coming up right now. Let's look back at the touchdown. Look near side and watch this block here on the near side. Carson Miller took out 2 guys, and that first one was a legit block. You want to see a downfield block. Watch this Carson Miller block number 4. Boom! Onto the ground he goes. Into the end zone goes Mr. Nate Reynolds, and that block was on Gavin Wynn, and Carson made sure he had a clear path to the end zone. So 4:44 to go here in this one. 36-27 is our score. We have had a dog fight. Both teams trading haymakers. Old West Central Conference rivals now in the MRVC West together. They have had some fights over the years, and it is rocking and rolling. Oh, we have free pizza to give away from Domino's. We're going to spin the wheel here as we await the kickoff. Domino's winner tonight, Chris Disney. You've won a large Domino's pizza. we will get that to you. So 4:44 to go, and the Cats are to kick off a 9-point lead. They boot it right down the middle, and it is picked up by Schoonover at the 20, trying to find some running room up to about the 24-yard line, and that's where they'll take over with 4:39 to go. So if you're Warrensburg here, you don't want to be in panic situation right now. You're down 9, but you've been able to score quickly. Stick a little bit to the game plan. If you're Warrensburg, try to maybe work a run the first down and then try to open up that pass. We'll see what they do here on 1st and 10 from their own 28. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. They're going to go trips out to the left side, and Cat's going to back off here, go over to the far side. They're going to look for a little pass. Cat's kind of read that over there. That was Messer up to be able to knock that down. He saw something there and did a good job of going over there to prevent a big gain. Brings up 2nd down and about 8 for the Tigers. So clock rolls with 4:20 to go. Remember to sign up with a free insurance quote from Lacey Dominic of Shelter or Cam Chenoweth of American Family for your chance to win a tailgate prize pack. 2nd and 7 coming up. Shotgun formation. They're going to go trips to the near side. We have a whistle and a timeout. Harrisonville with 4 minutes to go. So we'll take a quick timeout as well. 9-point game, 4 minutes to go in this one.
Looking for an amazing date night or a night out with friends? Get your reservations in at the Cider House for our next farm-to-table dinner. This is a locally sourced 5-course dinner prepared by a professional chef, local musician, wine pairings by Aubrey Vineyards, all in a beautiful farm setting. Our next dinner is coming up on September 18th. We do sell out, so don't wait to book. We also have event space rental for special events with our own catering options. We even have Airbnb accommodations and cooking classes coming soon. Check us out at www.theciderhouseevents.com, located just 8 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway South.
All right. It'll be 2nd down, 7 coming up for Warrensburg. 4 minutes to go here in this contest. The Cats lead by 9. Warrensburg looking for a quick strike to try to get right back in this one. Shotgun formation. Othick and Schoonover in the backfield. And Othick going to roll near side, look to throw down the field. Still looking. And he's going to chuck it down the sideline. Incomplete. Coming back for that one was Johnson, and it overthrows him. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
See, that's where they get taken out of their normal offense, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for them.
Looks like we have Jack St. Nicholas on the near side here. I think he might have a cramp. He went down pretty quick right there. So 3rd down coming up with 3:52 to go. We got an injury timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
Something that good teams always possess is the fact they got each other's back. Schroeder Chiropractor in Harrisonville has your back. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, you will feel right at home. And they have a warm, family-friendly waiting area. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in the Bright Futures and Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
All right, welcome back. One of our great sponsors, Schroeder Chiropractic, always has our back. 3:52 to go here in the 4th quarter. Here comes the 3rd down, and Othick going to try to run to the outside. He gets to the outside, cuts back. Reynolds has his hand on him and drags him out of bounds, short of a 1st down, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 2 for Warrensburg. And speaking of Schroeder Chiropractic, Martha Schroeder, Monty is playing Monmouth College, I think, in Monmouth, and he had his first career start and he went all 90 minutes. And Martha wanted everybody to know he also got his first career yellow card in that game as well. So congratulations to Monty Schroeder continuing his soccer career in college. 4th and 1 coming up. They're going to go in motion. Now Othick looking to get to the outside. He's got a first down, stays on his feet, and gets up to about the 43-yard line. So 3:38 now. Clock stops as they move the chains. 36-27. Shotgun formation, Othick and Schoonover, and Othick looking to pass again. He's going to chuck it deep. Has his man incomplete. I will tell you right now, they've got a complete gripe in front of us because Xander Johnson pulled that jersey and he pulled Gavin Wyatt right to him, and they just blatantly missed that one.
Yeah.
Because he pulled him right to him and they didn't see it, which I'm not sure how the back judge didn't see that because it was right in his line of sight.
You know, the one down here where there looked like a push, he may not have been able to see this one, but this one was pretty.
Yeah, that one, you could see that one. But, hey, you know, no harm, no foul, they say. Looking to throw his Othick. He's going to get chased out. He's going to throw it up for grabs, and he's got his man down the sideline into Cat territory to the 30-yard line. Landon Johnson with 3:09 to go. Problem will start to run, though, if they cannot get in soon, is the clock on their side here. Gary, is the Cat side for sure. But also, here's the thing to think about, too. If you get a touchdown and an extra point, you're down by 2, and a field goal would win it. Now Othick chased out of the pocket. He's going to go down at the 40-yard line. Jason Reynolds
and that was sportsmanship. I got to tell you, they could have easily taken him to the ground. And I've got to hand it to Jace that he didn't do that. And that's where senior leadership comes in.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and long for Warrensburg with 2:48 to go here in the 4th quarter. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
How many times at 10 o'clock on Friday have you got that urge for a late night snack and nothing in Harrisonville is open? No longer a problem because Domino's is open till 1 a.m. Friday and Saturday nights. Domino's offers carry-out, delivery, and even contactless delivery. With pizza, sandwiches, wings, breadsticks, and more, make Domino's your Harrisonville pizza place. Call now to order at 816-793-6333 or visit them online or on the app.
All right, 2:48 to go here in the 4th. It's a 9-point game. 2nd down and about 17 coming up for the Warrensburg Tigers in this one. So 2nd and long, ball at about the 38. Warrensburg now they're down to 1 timeout in this one, so almost might be onside kick if they get a touchdown here, Gary.
Yeah, and is it maybe do you do one of those? Oh my
and
gosh! How did he get out of that?
Able to get out of the first one, not the second time though, as he goes down at about the 42-yard line.
How in the world did he get out of that? But you know, I was going to say if they get close enough, it might be one of those times you go and kick the field goal, do the onside kick because you got to have both.
Yeah.
And so, but they're in what did you say a while ago? 3rd and what would it be?
Well, 3rd and just outside of Higginsville right now for the Tigers. And they're going to throw it near or far side and dropped. So it brings up 4th down for Warrensburg here with 2:12 to go. So right now, this is where you just throw a jump ball down there. If you're the catch, try to get a little bit of pressure and see what happens and knock it down because you don't want to pick up a pass interference. However, at the high school level, a pass interference is only 15 yards, so it would bring up a 4th down again because you don't get that automatic first down. So 4th and forever for Warrensburg from the 40 of the Cats. And here they go, Othick, and it looks like a flag.
What's in a procedure? How if it's not Higginsville, what is it?
We're going to Lexington next. We're going north on 13.
Well, wait a second. You're going south. They're trying to go south, so you're going north. So how far?
Well, they're
going north.
They're going north. They're headed the wrong way. They're at about Lexington. They need to get to about Leeton for a first down.
Okay.
So it brings up 4th down and long here. Ball at the 45 of the Cats.
Need to get to about the 21.
And there is 2:11 to go here in the 4th. Looking to throw. Othick chased. Got some pressure on him. He's going to throw near side. One-man miss. Not going to make the next. The Cats are on top of him, but give him credit for still going down the field. Wyatt. But he only gets about 20 of the needed 30 plus. And the Cats will take over with 1:58 to go here in the 4th quarter, leading 36-27. So let's reset things here. 1:58 to go here, 4th quarter. Warrensburg does have one timeout left. The Cats have a timeout as well. And they can about run out the clock in this one. So Warrensburg's obviously, they're going to burn a timeout after this first down and make Harrisonville earn it every step of the way. Mason Mitchell and Jace Reynolds in the backfield with 1:58 to go here in the 4th. And they're going to hand off to Jace Reynolds, and Jace has got some running room. He gets about 9. And that'll move the chains up to about the 38. And there is that timeout, Warrensburg. That is their 3rd and final timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 1:48 to go. Cats up by 9 in this MRVC West battle and state-ranked battle. We'll be back after this. Community is important to Excalibur Contracting. Being a Harrisonville business for 14 years, they understand what it takes to be successful and make Harrisonville successful. If you need help with a remodel, grounds, athletic field maintenance, mowing, or landscape, Excalibur Contracting is who to call. Mike and Natalie Johnson with Excalibur are proud to back the Blue both on and off the field. All right, 1:48 to go here, 4th quarter. Cats with the lead. 2nd down and a pair coming up.
Well, if they get a first down here, then you can just about run it out because that would
you get a
minute
first
15.
You get a first here, and it's over because they have 0 timeouts left, so they would be able to kneel down.
Yeah, but 25, 50 to 115. That's going to would be close. Maybe 3.
Direct snap up the middle goes Nate Reynolds, and that'll move the chains again. And the clock will stop momentarily, and then they will reset here on 1st and 10. So it'll be a first down with 1:36 on the clock, 27 on the play clock. And I'll be honest, if I'm the Cats here, I may just let this run, and that's what it looks like they may do. I would let it run down to about a second, call a timeout, and then line up on 1st and 10.
They're just going to kneel it at. They're going to kneel it at the.
So first down, kneel down. There's 1:08 to go. Clock restarts. So it's been a fun one here tonight. Cats are going to pull out the victory here, leading by 9. And, you know, we've talked about it, and we've said how tough the MRVC West is going to be. Look at this score. You look at the score from Warrensburg Excelsior Springs a couple of weeks ago. You look at the Odessa Oak Grove score tonight. Odessa beats Oak Grove 29-21. So that is, of course, a rivalry game as well. Trying to look through some other scores for you here.
I say they can't go off the field yet because there's still about 5-second difference. Well, I guess it would go to the 40. I was thinking a 25-second clock.
Center got beat by Baser Linwood tonight, 26-21. So the Cats got their homecoming spoiled last week by the Pleasant Hill Roosters. Pleasant Hill had spoiled theirs. Now the Cats come to Warrensburg and spoil their homecoming night. Let's see what Pleasant Hill did. Pleasant Hill's up 35-28 over Buffalo. Third quarter of that game. That game's down in Buffalo. So it has been a fun night here. Still looking for that Excelsior Springs score. Not sure. Oh, I bet Excelsior Springs did not play tonight because Excelsior Springs was supposed to play against Clinton is what I would be betting. So I have not seen another score. All right, we will take a timeout. We'll be back with our post game after this. Cats win 36-27 over the number 6 ranked Warrensburg Tigers. That's going to help them out more ways than one. That's also going to help them out in the district standings down the road. We'll be back after this.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The housing market is wild right now, so why trust a big box lender when you can go local with Cass County's premier mortgage company, Homebridge Mortgage? Tim Irvin and Julie Hawk are both Cass County residents with over 40 years of mortgage lending experience, as well as a sterling reputation by being named in the top 1% of mortgage originators in the country, according to the Mortgage Executive magazine. They work hard to find the right loan product that is best for that individual or family. Why would you go anywhere else? Homebridge Mortgage, making the dream of home ownership a reality for every customer every day.
It is the fall season. What does that mean? The Red Barn Ranch is open for business. Opening day tomorrow, September 18th. You wear your Red Barn Ranch merchandise, you will get $1 off of your entry fee. You will also can get 25% off of merchandise in the Red Barn Ranch store. They have You Pick pumpkins, some sunflowers are out, all kinds of fun stuff going on for Red Barn Ranch this weekend. Go check out the slides, the kids' play areas, any and everything you can think of, they've got at the Red Barn Ranch. Red Barn Ranch, proud supporter of Wildcat Athletics.
Sherwood Community Bank is the hometown bank with all the big bank perks. Internet banking, auto, home, boat, and farm loans. You can get it all at one of their 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville. Checking or savings account all you need? Don't worry. Sherwood Community Bank has you covered there as well. Stop going to the banks where you're just an account number. Go to Sherwood Community Bank where you're part of the family.
And tell them Braxton sent ya.
All right, welcome back. Final score tonight. The Wildcats win it 36-27, and they had to hang on. Looked like Warrensburg, they got it back to within 3 at that 30-27 mark, but the Cats were able to score again, make it a 9-point game, Gary. And I liked the way they played the ball game tonight. Got a little conservative late in the ball game, but it was able enough to get them done. I like how they spread out the offense a little bit more, passing it around, breaking up things to get some running room for Jace Reynolds. But we'll let Gary run down some stats for you. Cats get the win, but some of those stats you'll be like, that was strange.
Well, it looks like they had a total of 64 offensive plays. 14 of those were pass and 50 of those were rush. Last week we had, to give you an example, last week we only had 4. So I do like the way they spread it out. The Reynolds brothers had exactly the same amount of carries. Both had 13. Jace had 68 yards on 13 carries. Nate had 13 carries, 76 yards. Pesic had 6 carries, 56 yards. And Mitchell had 6 carries, 23 yards, with Miller having 1 for 1. And so I got to like that, because then the receiving core, Miller had 4 receptions for 42 yards. Reynolds had 4 receptions for 59 yards. Glenn had 1 reception for 9 yards. And who was 88? I'm sorry, because I didn't have
Sims.
Sims had that big catch for 28 yards, and then Nate had 1 for 2. Scoring by quarter, I'm not going to go. When we have these big scores, I really hate to go over. I will go over individually scored for us, but not for Harrison, or not for Warrensburg. After the first quarter, it was 6-14. Warrensburg over Harrisonville. At halftime, it was 22-14 Harrisonville. After the third quarter, it's 30-20 Harrisonville, and then in the fourth and at the end of the game, it's 36-27. Scoring with Harrisonville scores. There was a Jace Reynolds had a 33-yard touchdown reception. Pesic had a 16-yard touchdown run. Jace Reynolds had a 34-yard touchdown run. Nate Reynolds had a 2-yard touchdown run. And the last score was Nate Reynolds' 23-yard touchdown run. For Warrensburg, they had 2 rushers over 100 yards. Schoonover had 13 carries, 127 yards. Othick had 28 carries for 123 yards. And they had the biggest receiver was Wyatt, who had 61 yards on 4 catches. Total offense, Harrisonville had 25 minutes, 364 yards total, 364 yards total offense, if I can get it out. And Warrensburg had it for 23 minutes for 366 yards of total offense.
Well, you look over those stats, and if you're the Warrensburg coaching staff, you're going to look over the stats and you're going to be like, holy cow, we kept both Reynolds boys under 100 yards, and we would have won that ball game. And if you look at the overall stats, the rushing yards for Warrensburg, Harrisonville staff would probably look it over and go, yeah, it was a rough game. However, the Cats got the plays at the right times, and they made the right plays, and they were able to get the victory tonight.
And they had 140 yards passing, and that passing opened up the runs. I'm sorry, you can't be one-dimensional. They were two-dimensional tonight, which therefore opened up. Maybe they didn't have a whole lot of runs or a whole lot of yards by runs, only 224, but they had the runs when they needed them. And Pesic, we've been waiting for Pesic to have some of those breakout games or breakout runs. He had those tonight. Why? Because the opportunity was there for him. So I'm very pleased the way the game went tonight, the way it was coached. I'm not going to be critical of the coaching when I say that. I just love the way it happened because I like that two-dimension offense.
Well, and you don't ever apologize for a win. However, you got it, and they got a win, and we've talked about it. The MRVC is stack loaded this year. You saw the Harrisonville game last week with Pleasant Hill. You saw the Excelsior Springs Warrensburg score a couple weeks ago. It was a one-score game. It was a one-score game tonight up in Odessa or in Oak Grove was 29-21. This conference is going to be a dogfight.
It is.
And it's going to be fun at the same time. And every week we know, start calling them the Cardiac Cats because, boy, in the fourth quarter, you kind of sweat it out. But they were able to grind it out tonight when they needed to. They got those key first downs. And you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit that went back to the drawing board. And I think a lot of that is because of Warrensburg. And Warrensburg, for some reason, has a great game plan against the Harrisonville rushing attack. They play a sound fundamental football on the defensive side, and that's why we struggle to run against them. They wrap up and tackle. There's not a lot of broken tackles, and they're wrapping up so that 2 and 3, 4 guys can get there and wrap up and make that. They also fill those gaps up where there's normally running lanes for our running backs. Warrensburg, it's just a bad matchup, yet the Cats were able to come out on top.
And keep in mind, 2 touchdowns were scored out of punt drives. One of them was scored on a punt, a fake punt ultimately, where Jace ended up getting into the end zone. The other one, we got a first down, which that drive ended up taking us into. So you're right, Warrensburg really had our number. We just had the play at the right time to be able to overcome a great Warrensburg team.
Yeah, it was fascinating to watch this game unfold tonight, and the Cats changed some stuff up. I like the way they're going to go with that rugby-style punt because you know what that's going to do is that means from here on out, people are going to have to plan for that, and that can open up different things.
Well, it's the RPO, but instead of the run-pass option, it's the run-punt option. You know, it's kind of funny, though, because that gives us one more dimension, and look who was back there punting tonight, Jace and Nate, which both can, and they can go either way. The wide side of the field, if they want it, because Nate's left-footed, Jace is right-footed, and so it gives them the opportunity to be able to go to either side of the field with speed and opportunity when it presents itself.
Well, I mean, if the last 2 weeks are an indication, I can't wait for the rest of this MRVC season. It's going to be a blast. And, you know, Clinton decided to go with the JV schedule this year. Very young team, a lot of freshmen, not a lot of size. I'm beginning to think that was probably a good idea on their part with the way that these teams are smash-mouthing with each other. And, you know, I had a friend of mine from Clinton text earlier, and he was like, those Warrensburg offensive linemen and defensive linemen are huge.
Oh, absolutely.
And I mean, I can understand now. You understand how things roll. But nevertheless, the Cats get a win tonight. They go to 3-1. It helps two things. Number one, they beat the number 6 team in the state. And number two, it helps in the district standings. They're now 3-1. Warrensburg is 3-1. They would hold a tiebreaker over them if they are, you know, let's say Warrensburg ends up one spot above them. They can flip-flop that because they own the head-to-head. So I'll be interested to see how those district standings work out because the Cats last week were in the 5th spot. They got beat, and they moved up to the 4th spot. So I don't know how they do that. I don't know what kind of math that is. I think that's that new Common Core math or something. But nevertheless, it works, I guess.
Yeah, 6 minus 1 equals 6 plus 1 equals 4, I guess, is what they were saying. But this is going to be a fun year. You've already said it. This is going to be a tremendously fun year because we're always going to have a good quality game that we're going to be playing. And if we continue to play like we're playing the other teams, it's going to be anybody's game. And a lot of times it's going to be the last people maybe have the ball. So makes it fun, nail biting, but it really makes our job fun up here in calling games.
It absolutely does. And I want to thank Keith Chapman, the Warrensburg staff for letting us in here, being able to broadcast tonight. Thank Eli and Tanner for coming over. I know they were a nervous wreck. You could just tell. Got a message from his mom, and she goes, "That was awesome." She goes, "Those boys were really nervous." I said, "Yes, they were." So, hey, you're going to be nervous in a game, late in the game. You might as well get them nervous at this point in time instead of late in the year.
But probably, they're more confident on the court rather than behind the camera. So
absolutely.
Or in front of it.
So we had a lot of fun with that. Jerry does a great job getting us on the air. We had a little bit of technical difficulties earlier. Jerry was back there just rocking and rolling, trying to figure it all out. So we got it on the air. We've had a good night. I believe we're back home next week against Excelsior Springs. I may be wrong on that. I think it's Excelsior next week. I'd have to go look at the schedule. It's either.
But look on 4T's website, and we'll tell you.
So, nevertheless, your final score tonight is.
It doesn't make any difference where we're at next week. We're in their living room from 4T's.
Absolutely. And we will bring you that. So for Jerry Forschler, for Tanner Forschler, for Eli and Tanner Early, Tucker Forschler. Tucker says I'm fired. Here you go. Number 4T, Tucker Forschler and Gary Davidson. I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Warrensburg. We'll see you back at home next Friday night.